try this out. Okay.
I love it so much.
That one.
That's the one. '2020 Phoenix. PSA 10. Yes, we do, Rob Richardson. He is over here on TikTok. Shout out to Bubba, too. Oh, hell yeah. How about a PSA 10 Super Bowl MVP, Mr. Patty Mahomes, on the Fireburst PSA 10. That's a nice one, Ashtray Poetra. Congratulations, good sir. You win this morning. Johnny Quick. Oh, wow. Holy shit-talking mushrooms. Junk Wax Nasty. That is numbered to 25 on the Royal Lineage. Bandysbrock, Johnny Quick, and Jack Campbell. That's cool. 10 out of 25 on the Triple Relic. Very nice. There you go, my man. And that one's going to go in a big boy 130-point penny sleeve. Mr. Tripp, welcome back. Good evening. And I got to grab a not Junk Wax Vintage top loader for that one. Because that's a thick boy with 4 C's. Felicidades, Henry. That's pretty, buddy. It's a bloody buddy. 2 in blue. Well, hello!
Oh, my God!
Mikey Kobaugh and Dutchie. I cannot thank you enough, my brother. On the gifted spot. Your World Series MVP on the All Aces, Freddie Freeman. Check that out, Bam Damley.
Get that card out of my face!
Oh, my.
Just leaving that one up for you, brother. Wow. Oh, hello. Peanut butter and jealous. Alan White. Nolan Ryan autograph numbered to 10. Damn. Holy shit. Hockey mushrooms, legends. Junk Wax Nasty. Woo! Congratulations, Alan White. I am honored to even hold it in my hot little mitts. Damn. Check that out, Alan White. You win, brother. That is 3rd on print to 10. That is the 2nd to 10 autograph that we have found.
Oh, my God!
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Emotional damage!
El Mutante. The 17-year-old sensation for San Diego. Bro. Dutchie, you win. That is absolutely good karma. You know it, Bubba. Holy crapola. And it is numbered 59 out of 60. How about a penultimate on print? Leo Dallas DeVries, El Mutante. Well, felicidades, Dutchie. Congratulations, my good man. That is sick. Numbered to 149 on the acetate. Holy shiitake mushrooms. Junk Wax! Nasty. That is sick. Congratulations, buddy. I am so stoked that we could find that together. Kyle Giungo, good evening, buddy. He says, would you be our very first numbered card? And my dear friends, we have some morning wood.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
All right. I'll see myself out. Oh, my Lanta.
Oh my God!
Check that out. First on print to 5. Damn. Goodness gracious. Congratulations to the Nationals. And that is Mikey 2, Mikey Koba. Brother. Congratulations, buddy. First on print to 5. Whew. Schmo, you're exactly right. Thank you, buddy. Goodness gracious. Congratulations, Mikey 2. Damn. Case hit, bud. And check this out.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Oh my God!
Number to 50. The GOAT. TB12 Tom Brady. Congratulations, Mr. Paul Bailey. There you go. That's right. Dunk, thank you for smacking the follow button. 615, let's go. Todd Kale, thank you for smacking the follow button. That's what I'm saying. That is beautiful. 29 out of 50 there for you, Paul Bailey. Congratulations, OG. That is a case hit. That's right, Paul Bailey. Congratulations, my brother. Beautiful. And let's find out where this came from. Oh my God! We found it! Lane Rust, congratulations, young man. Yes way. Yes way. Oh, I'm so excited. Folks, this is the first time I'm seeing it too. Would you just look at it? 1 of 1 gold. Beautiful Junk Wax Vintage Family Card Stand. Congratulations, Lane Rust. That is magnificent, my friend. Hell yeah.
Oh my God!
Would you just look at it, Lane Rust? Congratulations, young man. Oh, wow.
Oh my God!
Holy shiitake mushrooms. Congratulations to Bethany on the gold C.J. Stroud rookie autograph. Woo! That is magnificent. And it's nicely centered, too. Congratulations, Bethany. You win. So, family, in the chat, let me know whether you would like to have the Malik Neighbors Kaboom or the C.J. Stroud rookie autograph number to 50. It is a slab. Ooh. 2011 Topps PSA 10. Big Poppy. David Ortiz. From 2006 Topps. Congratulations, Tippy Brad Schwartz. That's a nice one, buddy. And shout out to our Boston brethren. So Tippy Brad Schwartz, if you go back and watch this replay, brother, just keep in mind that I purchased all these PSA 10s very, very intentionally. So if you do not PC this, somebody in this family does. So if you want to reach out in the Junk Wax Vintage Family chat, initiate a trade, or if you want to sell it, that is totally okay too. Congratulations, Tippy Brad Schwartz.
Still no Griffey rookie. We've been searching for days.
We should have purchased from Junk Wax Vintage.
Set course to Earth. Let's go get our Griffey.
It's Thursday morning and the fam's on deck. Dalen's fired up and we're setting the specs. Mrs. Junk Wax packing like a pro, while the kids are helping run the show. Sawyer's on cue, Wyatt's got speed, Owen's bringing that JWV Creed, and Mikey One's in the back with flair. We've got good vibes rising everywhere. We're gonna rip, we're gonna ship, with gratitude flowing on every trip you want in. Come take your pick, head to junkwaxvintage.com real quick. Personal rips and breaks away, and the blog's there too if you want educate. We'll laugh, we'll cheer, we'll chase some heat with cards that sizzle and legends to me. This family's tight, this hobby's true, and thankful Thursday's made for you. Yeah, we're gonna pull, whoa, with heart and soul. We're ready to roll. Come join the goal. It's Thankful Thursday. Let's start the day with Junk Wax Vintage, the only way. We're gonna rip, we're gonna ship, with gratitude flowing on every trip you want in. Come take your pick, head to junkwaxvintage.com real quick. Personal rips and breaks away, and the blog's there too if you want educate.
Well, top of the morning to you, legends. Happy Thankful Thursday. How the heck are you? What's up there, Ryder Hall? Mr. Stroop, Wyatt, Jeff Rotel, Mr. Ryan Bruns, top of the morning to you, brother. Mr. Mikey One, great to see you. Oh, DJ Chicken. What's up, DJ Pollo? Que bueno verte, senor. Great to see you this morning, my man. As always, my dear friends, it is another Thankful Thursday right here in Austin, Texas, and I am ridiculously excited to bust into some packs, maybe even some boxes, maybe even a couple of breaks with you this morning. All right. Good morning to all my TikTokers. Why, thank you, Sean Jackson. Good morning, legend. I appreciate that, Mr. Blastfield. Good morning, Chris. Kyle G. Youngo, I did not get your DM, my man, but I can check that right after the show. Good morning, 12 Bravo. It is a beautiful day in Austin, my good man. Remind me of your first name one more time, if you would, my brother. Please and thank you. I am having a brain fart this morning, 12 Bravo. I know it, and I feel terrible. What's up, Dougie Fresh? Excellent to see you, Mr. Fain. How you doing, Doug? Top of the Thursday morning to you, my man. Jaime, that's right. Silly me. Silly goose. I appreciate you. Que bueno verte, Jaime. It is great to see you again, my friend. And happy Thursday morning to my fellow Austinite. All right, folks. Let's get some music happening, shall we? And then you know what we got to do. I have already taken the liberty of busting into that spicy water this morning. Excuse me. Cheers, my friends. Roast. And good morning, Mr. Ryder Hall. Top of the morning to you, buddy. How we doing? How's this Thankful Thursday shaping up?
I understand perfectly.
Gosh, I love that spicy water. Every time you take a first sip, always sets me right, never does me wrong. Has for years. Shout out to my HEB. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a brand new break up there at junkwaxvintage.com if you have not taken a gander. Folks, it is astonishing to me, but it is the 44th round of 2025 Donruss Baseball. Goodness gracious. 44 boxes, folks. So that's probably over 50 because we didn't even count the whatnot boxes yet, right? Insanity. So plenty of spots still left in that one. It is only $10 a spot. Dallas, our very first question of the morning.
Oh, yeah. What kind of a question you want to ask?
Great to see you, Dallas. How you doing there, you handsome son of a gun? He says, where are we at on the Fleers? That's a great question. We actually got through all the baseball yesterday. We sold out of the baseball, but we do have another box coming. Don't you worry. We have a box and a half left of the 1991 Fleer football. And coming in today, my friends, is 1991 Fleer basketball. I'm ridiculously excited to find some basketball provisions. So those will be in today. We'll probably have them up in the shop tonight for the show. Good morning, Josh Fish. How are you doing, you legend? Always good to see you on this thankful Thursday. Good morning, Nick. Hey, broast to you as well there, Wyatt. All right, legends. So real quick, Dallas says, how many provisions from the baseball did we pull? I think we got 4 or 5 out of that box. Not too shabby. I think we got pretty lucky. Mikey the Mad Hatter, good morning. Speaking of legends, gracing us with his presence. Good to see you, buddy. Tate Scott, thank you for smacking the follow button. Welcome to the family. Nice to have you. All right, folks, let me show you something real quick. This is the breaks that we have up there. Like I said, 44th round of 2025 Donruss Baseball. Plenty of spots still left. And Kyle Giungo. Roger that, my man. Hey, sounds good. Mikey the Mad Hatter. I would love to see you over here on Twitch, you handsome son of a gun. Love you, buddy. We'll see you shortly. Thank you. All right, we have our 8 hobby box baseball mixer, and we are over halfway on that one, folks. I think we're down to 12 spots left, 12 teams, and there are still some really good teams left up there. Remember, that could be 24 autographs. That one's a doozy. And my friends, we're down to just a handful of spots left on our second ever NHL break here at JWV. 3 hobby boxes. It is just $24 a spot, and there is 5 spots left, I think. Why, thank you, J-Rod Hillis. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, my second favorite J-Rod. First favorite Jared. How about the 5 hobby box NFL mixer? Now, a lot of you know we have taken down the last teams and put them into Razzies. And I think in one of those Razzies, we have 1 spot left. So ridiculously excited to do that one as well. Of course, if we fill those Razzies this morning, we will run all of them. Threaten me with a good time. Then we have our 17th round of Bo Jackson's Battle Arena, the Alpha Update. That is 2 booster boxes, 40 packs, and it is only $38 a spot. How about first off the line 2021 Panini Chronicles mixed with 2025 Top Series 1? It is only 20 a spot, and that one is random as well. And that is the breaks, my dear friends. And as always, if you want to head on over to junkwaxvintage.com, there is a plethora, a cornucopia of sealed delicious wax right to my left. And as always, my dear friends, I would love to rip some with you. So threaten me with a good time. All right, let's bust into our very first pack of Juicy Junk Wax. Cheers, my friends. Baroast. Let's go back to 1986, and I think we got to do a couple of them this morning. Let's see if we can't find that holy noly. Maybe another Ricky Henderson for Dutchie. And then, my friends, we will go refresh junkwaxvintage.com so you have a minute to head over there and grab yourself something if you would like. Mr. Chris Condor, good morning, brother. You and the Cap'n. Make it happen. All right, we got a little promo. Walt Terrell for the Tigers, hurling some heat. The man, the myth, the mustache, Mr. Jack Morris. A couple of Motor City kitties to get us started. Good morning, Brian Johnson. How are you doing there, my buddy? Bruce Hurst. He wears his mustache above his eyeballs. Look at the brows on Hurst. Goodness gracious, sir. That guy could, make a wig. Old Fernando Valenzuela. Rest in peace to the Trolley Dodger pitching legend. Joaquin Andahar. Shout out to our St. Lunatics. Looking at you, Jeff Rotel. And last but not least, Yankees Hall of Famer, Mr. Ron Guidry. Finishing off pack number 1. Pack number 2. Come on, holy noly. J-Rod, making a few dozen cupcakes today, my man. Oh, that sounds fun. Any specific type of cupcakes there, J-Rod? Another promo. Old Lonnie Smith. Shout out to Mr. Alan White and the Kansas City Royals. Pedro Guerrero, another Trolley Dodger. Legend. Some Welch's grape juice. Old Bob Welch. Back-to-back Trolley Dodgers. Vince Coleman. Mr. Wade Block. His PC. Another OG of the family. The GOAT. My dear friends, if there's a Mount Rushmore of hitters, this guy would be smack dab in the middle. Rest in peace to Mr. Tony Gwynn. And last but not least, he's a Tudor. John Tudor. Finishing that one off for our St. Lunatics. Excellent. Fun little couple of packs there, my homies. Mikey the Mad Hatter, do we ever hear from Red? Oh, yes, we do. He was actually on Whatnot with us on Sunday, just a couple of days ago. Yeah, indeed. He has still got the same username as well. PLG Red is his name over there on Whatnot. Oh, you know it, brother. So as I have said before, Mikey, I think it is a testament to how amazing this community is that we have so many people just like you that have been here since almost the very beginning. I mean, we have people that have been to hundreds of shows over the last 4 years. Kind of crazy. So as always, my dear friends, thank you for just being you. Thank you for being a loved and valued member of the JWVCC and put me in a position that I never in a million years thought that I would be in. So I love you all so damn much. We're taking this thing to the moon. Mikey, you have bought some really good stuff from him. Oh, yes, you have, my man. He's got some sweet stuff. Shout out to Red. Here's, my friends. I'm going back to the well. Well, good morning, Brett Quimby. Excellent to see another OG this morning. How you doing, Brett? I know it, Mikey. I know it. I know it. Hey, thank you, brother. Thank you. All right, legends. For the very first time on this thankful Thursday morning, let's refresh that shop, shall we? Oh, that is really neat, J-Rod. I didn't even know you could do that. So over here on Twitch, if you put ! followage, it will tell you how long you have been following me over here on Twitch. That's pretty neat. Thank you, buddy. Well, good morning, David Peacherelli. It is Peacherelli. Good to see you this morning. I'll see myself out. All right, legends. It does look like we have one order, and that is Mr. Dougie Fresh, a wonderful West Virginian, taking down one single 1991 NBA Hoops pack. Thank you so much, Dougie. Oh, you know it, Dallas. I am glad you're doing well, Brett. It's great to see you as always, my friend. Big hugs and firm handshakes to you, Mr. Quimby. All right, legends. Allow me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I'm going to go grab that pack for Dougie Fresh. And this gives you plenty of time to head on over to junkwaxvintage.com if you'd like to rip something this morning. So typically there's a pretty decent queue. There is no queue right now. If you want to rip something, it's a perfect time. I'll be right back. I think Mrs. Junkwax is hiding a box from me. Allow me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, my friends. I got to grab a brand new box of 1990 hoops. And Mikey the Mad Hatter. Did your... Unfortunately not, my brother. I'd have to go back and double check, but I know we did not find a Trump in there. Sorry about that, Mikey. But we did rip that last night. You were first in the queue last night, my dude. Charas, thank you for smacking the follow button and welcome to the family. 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, my friends. I'll be right back. Brand new box. All right, my dear friends, for the first time on this thankful Thursday morning, you know what we must do. We shout Grippeth. And we shout Rippeth. Good luck, Dougie Fresh. Gracias para español. Pero lo siento, porque mi español es basura. Porque soy muy gringo. Pero bienvenidos a familia. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? It's great to see you this morning, Charas. Welcome to the family, buddy. My friends, you know There's few things in this life that I like as much as a fresh box of cards. Get your minds out of the gutter.
Giggity, giggity, giggity. All right.
There you go, Dougie Fresh. First pack out of a brand new box, buddy. All right. Thank you very much, Dougie Fresh, for being our very first family rip of this Thankful Thursday. Let's see if we can't find you an elusive Menendez brothers with Mark Jackson. Maybe even a Michael Jordan. Mario Garza, buenos dias. Good morning. And we start off with the wrong Chicago Bull, Mr. Stacey King. That's right, Mikey. Good morning, Josh Gaston. How you doing there, legend? Airmail, Carl Malone. Ducky in person. Rodney McRae and Mario Garza. Thank you so much for the heart, you legend. I appreciate you, buddy. You too, Gil. I see my favorite tiny dinies up there, good buddy. Mucho aprecio. Rodney McRae. Johnny Konchak. Bill, I've got no muscles. Man. Bill Musselman from Minnesota. Mark Aguirre. Blair Rasmussen with Michael Thompson co-starring. Shout out to Clay Thompson and Washington State University. Uncle Smitty. Yay. Top of the morning to my San Antonio hermano. Great to see you, brother. How we doing this morning on this Thankful Thursday? Wes Unseld. Vinny Del Negro. Ricky Green for Indiana. King of the Valley, Mr. James Worthy for the Lakers on the All-Star. Jack Haley with another Michael Thompson co-starring. Danny Ferry, rookie. And Eddie Lee Wilkins, finishing that one off for the Knicks. There you go, Dougie Fresh. Excellent first pack of the morning. I am so sorry I couldn't find you Jordan or the Mark Jackson. Gosh dang it. But gotta love some 1990 NBA hoops. And I appreciate you snagging that little bad boy because that got us to open a brand new box. So excited to rip into more of those. Well, good morning, Mr. O'Hara. Great to see you, my man. Big hugs and firm handshakes to you, Mario Garza. I appreciate you being a good sport as always, Dougie Fresh. Thank you, legend. Allow me just a moment. Ooh, Uncle Smitty, dealing with a pinhole leak. Ooh, I'm so sorry, buddy. That's not great. Well, it can only get better, right? You can only go up. There you are, Dougie Fresh. Thank you again, good buddy. All right. Let's refresh that shop real quick, shall we? So, folks, I think we're down to like 5 spots left in that NHL break. Super excited to bust into that one. Oh, hell yeah. Why, thank you so much, Mr. Josh Gaston and Wyatt Rodenbeck. Did you? You did. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wyatt took the last 5 spots in that NHL break. Speak of the angel over there. So, folks, we are busting into some hockey this morning, I believe. And that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Thank you, Wyatt Rodenbeck. Let's get him locked in. Oh, hell yeah. It is going to be a very thick, with 4 C's, and thankful Thursday morning. Especially thanks to Mr. Wyatt Rodenbeck. We have spots number 5 and 6. $13, $14. And 26. All right, there we go. Outstanding. I am ridiculously excited to bust into our very second ever NHL break here in the family. Good morning, Krabby Rob Benoit. General Custer, you are absolutely right. Yes, he is. You are spot on, my dude. All right, got you locked in there, Wyatt. Next is Mr. Action Gaston, a pleasant Pennsylvanian. Taking 3 packs out of our brand new box in 1998 NBA Hoops. 3 1991 Fleer packs. We're going provisions hunting, my dear friends. Thank you so much, Josh Gaston. And I see the Razzie spots as well, Josh. Let me grab those packs for you, my good man. All right, we have 6 packs total for Mr. Gaston. 3 packs of 1991 NBA Hoops. 3 packs of 1991 Fleer Football. And just a reminder, my friends, if you were not here at the beginning of the show, we do have 1991 Fleer Basketball coming in tonight. So we are going provisions hunting again. Well, good morning, T-Dub. How you doing there, legend? Sharas says, uncover another envelope? Okay. Yo no entiendo, lo siento en advancia. Ayúdame, porfa. Amigos nuevos. All right, Mr. Gaston, let's go 1990 NBA Hoops first. And then we will finish off with the 1991 Fleer Football. Okay. Drugs are bad, okay. We're going to go ahead and rip all these down. T-Dub, how you doing on this thankful Thursday morning, good sir? Todd in the wet sprocket M field. Long time no see, Toddy. How you doing there, legend? Slowly but surely, my dear friends, we are getting the entire family up in here. Oh, Jaime, that is very kind of you to say, my brother. Mucho aprecio. Oh, you know it, T-Dub. I have said it before, my friend, and I will say it again. I never apologize for the redundancy. I am absolutely convinced that we have the best group of Gem Mint 10 human beings in the entire card hobby. On all of the interwebs. And as I have also said before, my dear friends, I truly believe that it is absolutely impossible to go out there and have anything less than a stellar day when you start it right here with this ugly mug. This thick with 4 C's and very thankful Thursday is no different. Hey, thank you so much, Todd. Big hugs and firm handshakes to another OG of the family. It's great to see you, Todd. Hope you're doing well, brother. You deserve all the good things, my friend. Mr. Valencia. Good morning, Matt. What's up, broski? All right, we start off with a short king, Mr. Spud Webb. Good morning, Ernie. Great to see you this morning, my man. Mr. Hand. I see you, Jeffro. How about the round mound of rebound, Mr. Charles Barkley? That's terrible, man. Terrible. Byron Scott. Greg Anderson. And look at the hairline on Anderson. That's got to be a Guinness Book of World Records. That guy literally has like a ½ inch of forehead. Would you just look at it? Wow. I'm not even upset. I'm impressed. Can you imagine how emo he could be if he grew his hair out? Oh, hell yeah. How about the Sam Vincent with Michael Jordan wearing the number 12? And that looks really nicely centered, too. Oh, hell yeah. Maybe off top to bottom by just a scotch, but side to side, that looks really nice. I am sleeving that one up for you, Josh Gaston. Stoked we could find a little MJ this morning. There you go, brother. How about some good old Rambus youth? Kurt Rambus. Baby Bangs Bobby Hansen. Absolutely right, Todd Empfield. And I appreciate you, buddy. It is great to see you this morning. Steely Dan Bryant. Good to see you, Bryant. How we doing this morning, brother? Jay Vincent. Paul Mokeski. Derek McKee for my now defunct Seattle Supersonics. Old Gene Littles. Dominique Wilkins. Shout out to Morgie. And J-Rod Hillis says, I was telling a guy this morning about you, D. He said he's going to look you up on YouTube. That is very kind of you, J-Rod. Thank you for preaching the gospel of JWV, my brother. In my humble opinion, that is the best way for this family to grow. We have never done any advertising. We do not plan on doing any advertising. This family has completely grown organically by word of mouth. So thank you all so damn much. Good morning, Mr. Esposito. How we doing, Greg? My awesome Arizonan. Johnny Moore. Good morning, Battleworks. Great to see you, bro. How you doing? Gerald Wilkins. Curb Your Enthusiasm with Mr. Larry Drew. Dominique Wilkins, so nice you got him twice. Spokane's Finest, Mr. John Stockton. Excellent. Shout out to Gonzaga. Tommy Chambers. And shout out to Mr. Esposito, our awesome Arizonan and Phoenix Suns fanatic in the house. Steph Curry's daddy Dale. Moses Malone. When you order Karl Malone from Wish, I'll see myself out. Tyrone Corbin. Jeff Grayer. How about some JBC? And we're not talking about a Junior Bacon Cheese. Shout out to Wendy's. Joe Barry Carroll. Steve Johnson. Greg Kite with Vlade Divac co-starring. Vern Fleming. Clyde the Glide. Shout out to my Portland pals, and you got the Hick from French Lick co-starring Legend Larry. Todd Leakey rookie. Jeff Martin rookie. Ronnie Rothstein. Pippin, since been pippin, since been pippin. Give me my powder. Give me a hell yeah if you get that reference. How about the Admiral, Mr. David Robinson, Rookie of the Year. Another Rip City, Mark Bryant. Jay Humphreys. Oh, hell yeah. How about Ms. Opposites Attract herself, Paula Abdul, in the background of Mr. Greg Grant. Sleeving up the Paula Abdul, a lesser-known co-star. Everybody pays attention to the Menendez brothers. People be sleeping on Paula Abdul back there. Outstanding. Eddie Johnson, another Phoenix Sun. Shout out to Mr. Esposito. Jerry Sloan. Ken Norman. Johnny Williams. The Rain Man. Mr. Sean Kemp, rookie for my now defunct Seattle Supersonics. Got a wonderful few packs here, brother. Good morning, Jerry. Scotty Too Hottie Hastings. The Hick from French Lick. Legend Larry on the All-Star. Chris Ford with that luscious lip curtain for Baston. Sam Mitchell, rookie. And Rick Adelman, former basketballer, then coach of the Portland Trailblazers. Excellent. Congratulations on that Michael Jordan wearing the number 12 and your Paula Abdul. All right. Mr. Josh Gaston, let's get into the last half of your order, my brother. Let's see if we can't find you a Provisions. Oh, my Lanta Matthew. Mr. Valencia. Brother. You are hit me in the feels over here, buddy. I cannot thank you enough for my very favorite gift of all time. Those tiny dinies. And John Farrell, thank you for smacking the follow button, my dude. Great to have you this morning. Of course, my dear friends, if you are new here, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. My name is Dalen, also known as Junk Wax Vintage. You can find me here almost every single morning, starting and ending your days the right way. With some of that juicy junk wax, some marvelous modern cards, a healthy dose of camaraderie, and always just a couple laughs. Typically at my expense. But if you are new here this morning, my friends, keep in mind that we are live on 5 separate platforms right this second. So if you want to come over here and join us on Twitch or YouTube, you are more than welcome. And if you want to go check out junkwaxvintage.com, that is where you find everything having to do with this channel. John Farrell, perfect question, my brother. Junkwaxvintage.com. That is where you will find sealed wax for personal rip and ships. There is break spots up there. There's a blog up there. You want to educate yourself? Mr. Valencia, you have a wonderful remainder of your day as well, buddy. And I just smacked you with a follow there, Matt. Welcome to the family, buddy. And have a wonderful, thankful Thursday, my dude. I will be back here tonight at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hope to see you then, Matthew. All right. Starting now with some old Bruce Stretch Armstrong. Tom Hodson. Rainey Lauren, thank you for smacking the follow button. Same to you, Zonks. Hey, thank you so much, John Farrell, Jeff Bostic, Jim Arnold, Mark Clayton. Oh, hell yeah. How about the GOAT back in 1991, Mr. Joe Montana, Gary Anderson, Tommy Agee, Marcus Allen, Kent Hull, Mr. Anderson, Showstoppa Choppa. Good morning, my man. How about the Anderson? So nice. You got him twice. Gotta love the Junk Wax Collation. Big John Alt. Rodney Hampton. Harry Hamilton. Elvin Martin. I remember writing his name on my binder back in 1990 when I was just a little kid. Ethan Horton Heat. Ricky Sanders. Jim Lachey. That is Nick Lachey's daddy from 98 Degrees. Not kidding. That is really that dude. Mel Gray. John Offerdahl with those giant pads for the Dolphins. Shout out to Scotty Too Hottie Kunico. How about former Seattle Seahawk, Mr. Warren Moon? Ooh, and what do we have here? It is! You got a Provisions here, Mr. Action Gaston. Hell yeah.
Oh my God!
We're going to sweat that one. We'll come back to him in just a moment. How about the Icky Shuffle, Mr. Icky Woods? Bobby Humphrey. Why, thank you, 5 Welsh. Jim Everett. Sterling Sharp. So many Hall of Famers. You're absolutely right, Todd Empfield. How about Andre? Just the Tippett. Just to see how it feels. For the Patriots. Nick Bell. Wilbur Marshall. Wilbur. Talk to Mr. Ed. Barry Sanders. The junk wax vintage king of football, in my humble opinion. Tony Page. Charles Haley on the hitters. Keith McCants. Are you a McCann or a McCant? He looks like a McCant. Kilo Joe Montez. Good morning, legend. How you doing there, buddy? Mike Saxon with a leg kick that would make Bob Feller envious. The man. The myth. The flat top. Folks, we pulled a Provisions of Mr. Howie Long last night, and it was almost perfectly centered. Beautiful card. Andre Reed. Joe Montana, so nice you got him twice. And Hilgenberg for the Bears. All right, action, Josh Gaston. Let's see what you have here, my brother. Well, Warren Moon. Buford Humphreys McGee. Ryan Noble. Greg McMurtry. Some old Greg.
Come on, Craig.
For the Patriots. And last but not least, oh, hell yeah. Barry Sanders. Nicely centered too, buddy. So, folks, some members of the family did some research last night and finally listened and went and checked the value on those PSA 10 Provisions. They're ridiculously valuable. So if you get one of these and comes back a PSA 10, folks, you are in some money. Somebody said the Barry Sanders went for like over $1,000. Looks like it is off center from top to bottom by just a scotch, but still not too shabby. We're going to go ahead and top load that one up for you, Josh Gaston. Would you just look at it, buddy? Barry Sanders on the Provisions. I am peanut butter and jealous there, brother. Congratulations, Josh Gaston. That is beautiful. Excellent. To go with your Sam Vincent and that Paula Abdul. Because opposites attract. All right, Josh Gaston. Thank you again, my brother. That is a wonderful way to start our Thankful Thursday. You are absolutely right, my man. All thanks go to you, good buddy. Oh, hell yeah. Good morning, Travie Patty. Yes, you should, Todd Empfield. Yes, you should, my man. Absolutely. So the reason those are so valuable is because a lot of you know that 1991 Fleer product is really tough on the centering. A lot of those cards are heroically off-center. So to find one that comes back a PSA 10 is pretty damn rare. So that's why those hold a premium. It's not so much the population, it is the quality of the cards themselves. Because they overprinted it in the trillions, my friends, with a T. Todd Empfield says, is it just the football or is it the baseball and basketball version? All of them. Every single one of them, my man. Baseball, basketball, and football. Mario Garza says, if I purchased from the shop, would I get the mega sent to me or could I ask you to rip? So Mario, I appreciate you asking, my friend. We always want to rip it. Pretty much always. However, of course, if you have a special request and you want us to send it to you sealed, we can always do that too. But you just got to let us know. So any purchase that's made from junkwaxvintage.com, we will assume that we're going to rip it live right here. So thanks for asking, my man. Upside down, my friend from Sweden. NHL as well? I don't know that they made NHL provisions. I'd have to double check, but if they did, I'm sure. Absolutely. Good morning, David Whitty from Alabama. It is great to see you this morning, my man. How you doing? Big hugs and firm handshakes to another OG of the family. Been with me for years. Great to see you, David. All right, folks, let's refresh that shop real quick, see where we're at, and if we are current, we are getting into a hockey break. Mixer Josh Gaston says, I got a question for you. What is the story with the Razzie spots? So basically, Josh Gaston, that is a break within a break. So we had just a few spots left on that 5 Hobby Box NFL mixer, and to get that thing a-moving, we're taking those last teams and we're putting them into little mini race-offs, basically. So if you see, it's only $6 a spot for some of them, because somebody could walk away with one of those teams in a 5 Hobby Box mixer. That's like over $1,500 worth of cards for $6. So that is the story with those Razzies, my man. As soon as they fill, we will run them. We'll find out who wins the team, and then I lock them in on the break sheet. Does that answer your question, my good man? And I see you, Mario Garza, snagging down a 2024 Bowman Baseball Mega Box. Excelente, my man. Y buena suerte. Alonzo, thank you for sharing out my live. I appreciate you. Good morning, Danny. Excellent to see you as always, brother. How are you? Speaking of big hugs and some firm handshakes, Jaime, mucho aprecio para the roses. And upside down, I see you give me the heat. Hit me with 4 of them. Thank you, my brother. Cygnus, I see the hearts. I heart you right back, my good man. And as I have said before, my dear friends, it is the TikTok gifts over here. It is the hype trains over on Twitch that are the true MVPs of this entire channel, my friends. I would not be here doing this without those. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. All right, legends, let me grab a box here for Mario. It's a me, Mario. I'll be right back. Beautiful. All right, let me put your name on this one, Mario. There you go, my friend. And we will rip that in just a moment. We do have another new order up here at junkwaxvintage.com. And that is Mr. Wyatt Rodenbeck, snagging 4 packs of 1991 Fleer football. We're going provisions hunting again. Thank you so much, Wyatt. And we are getting down to the nitty-gritty of box number 1, by the way. We do have 2, though. Hey, Mr. Josh Gaston. Thank you, as always, my brother. Have a magnificent remainder of your Thursday. And I'm looking forward to seeing you tonight, my man. Thank you so, so much. Okie dokie. Mr. Mario Garza. Eres primero. You're first. Buena suerte. And next, siguiente, in Espanol, will be Wyatt Rodenbeck. And then after that, my friends, we might be getting into a hockey break. And one more shout out. Do we have an AA Ron O'Neill here with us this morning? Mr. Harvard on the Hill. If you are here this morning, my man, please feel free to speak up. I got a pack for you. All right. Good luck, Mario. Vámonos. Looking for a PCA or Skeens auto? That would be sweet. I agree. Shout out to my buddy, Mr. Jimmy Nuge, who just got back a graded 10-10 Pete Crow Armstrong Topps Tier 1 Rookie Auto. We pulled that right here in the family. We pre-graded that right here in the family. We sent it off for grading from the family, and it came back a 10-10. Congratulations, Jimmy Nuge. That card is freaking huge. My man. Mega box packs to the side with your pack number 4, because it is Tradicion. Good luck. Thank you so much, Upside Down. I appreciate the positivity, my friend. It is an absolutely beautiful slab. We should get it in hand sometime very soon. Maybe today or tomorrow. All right, round 1 for you. Here we go, Mario. Starting off with some Zhang Hoi Li for the Gigantes. Shout out to Rob Richardson. Kyle Tucker. Chris Bryant. Samad Taylor for Alan White's Royals. The Polar Bear. Dougie Fresh. Mr. Douglas Glod. Shout out to Donald Glod. Somebody give me a hell yeah if they get that reference. That's an extremely obscure one. Jacob Gonzalez. Bradenberg. Matt Shaw for the Cubbies on the Chrome. Luis Angel Acuna on the Chrome. Encarnacion. Christian Encarnacion. Strand. Lieutenant Dan Zby Swanson. Shout out to Dansby Swanson, also known as Lieutenant in Bo Jackson's Battle Arena. Jordan Westberg. Bryce Hampa. Alake Snell for San Diego. Tony Blanco Jr. Diego Benitez. Xavier Isaac. Then Not So Dirty Carlos Sanchez. Jackson Holiday on the Chrome. Slade. Jose. Curtis. Vladdy. Sal. And his free licks for the Brew Crew. Shout out to Andrew Schemper. Hoorah. Kyle Teal on the first Bowman for the Bo Sox. Eldridge. Jackson Churio. Sammy Zavala, who I think is playing down there in San Antonio right now. And Jack Hurley. Elizabeth Hurley's nephew. Just kidding. Finishing off round number 1. There you go, Mario. Now, my brother, this is your Ultimo Paquete Cuatro. Last pack number 4. And then we're getting into your mega box packs. As Scotty Too Hottie Kuniko would say, the tire track cards. Oh, Soups, absolutely we have, my man. We have already pulled a Barry Sanders Provisions this morning. Well, I believe that is a good omen for the rest of the day. And not to mention the Michael Jordan wearing the number 12. So yeah, been a pretty damn good morning thus far. All right, we start off with a Pajeda. Rodriguez. Mason Wynn, rookie. Stud, rookie for our St. Lunatics. Sammy Kershaw. Gavin Williams. Masataka Yoshida. Alan Castro, back-to-back Bo Sox. Little Dylan Cruz, first Bowman. Emmanuel Bonilla. Felnine Celestin for my Seattle Mariners. And Tayshaun Walton for the Fightin' Phillies on the Chrome. Finishing off your pack number 4 there, buddy. All right, Mario. Paquetes Ultimos. Buena suerte. Good luck. Lo siento para mi español porque soy muy gringo. Tú sabes, güey. Si mames, güey. All right, we start off with one half of the Brothers Young for our Texas Rangers, Josh Young. Cricket star turned baseballer, Arjun Nimala. First Bowman Mojo Refractor. Former Seattle Mariner, Noelvi Marte. Rookie of the Year favorites for WKRP. Chenewell, rookie. Curtis Mead, rookie for Tampa Bay. Antonio Anderson, first Bowman for the Bo Sox. Matt Shaw for the Cubbies. Bryce Eldridge for the Gigantes on the Prospect Power Up. Luis Matos, back-to-back Gigantes. And last but not least, a little Quinn Priester for the Pirates. Finishing that one off for you. Well, a beautiful box of 2024 Bowman. Mucho aprecio. Mario Garza. I'm sorry I couldn't find you skids in there, my man. But you did get some beautiful cards in there, brother. And gracias siempre. Mr. Joe DeGatti says, what do you think about Blaze Jordan? That's a great question, my man. I got to be honest with you, I don't know. I haven't paid much attention to Blaze Jordan. What do you think of Blaze Jordan, Joe DeGatti? What is your hot take, my man? And I appreciate the question. Estoy acuerdo, Mario Garza. I totally agree. Thank you again, my friend. These are going in your pile, and I am chomping at the bit for our next rip together. Thank you, Mario. Excuse me. I know he was like a hobby darling for a minute, but I haven't really heard much about Blaze Jordan since, like 2021. Anyway. Gilbert, thank you for the roses, you big sweetie. And Jaime with the tiny Trek. I have never even seen that gift before, my friend. Oh, that is sick. Thank you so much, Jaime. Mucho aprecio. Mi hermano de Austin. My fellow Austinite. All right. Excuse me. Let's refresh that shop real quick, and then Wyatt Rodenbeck, you're up next, my brother. Oh, hell yeah. Jaime, my fellow Austinite, snagging 5 packs of 1991 Fleer football. Excellent. And that finishes off box number 1. There you go, Jaime. We will get into yours next, my brother. Hey, good to see you, Mr. Sprouse. That's right. Randy Johnson's a handsome son of a gun, my man. I will take that compliment. Thank you. Okie dokie. Mr. Rodenbeck. Oh, he was traded to St. Louis. Really? Last I heard of Blaze Jordan, he was a Red Sox. That's awesome. He's ripping in AAA right now. Well, that's great. We'll have to go back and dig out some of his first Bowmans. Joe Degatti, Mr. Ramos is having a decent year. Nice, buddy. All Pro Sports Cards, thank you for smacking the follow button. Good morning, Victor Lopez. How's my Seattle Mariner fan doing this morning? Good to see you, buddy. Good to be seen. All right, Mr. Rodenbeck. We're going to rip all these down together, Wyatt. Good luck. See if we can't find the second Football Pro Visions of the morning. User 308-219-8896. Good morning. Mr. Matt. Is it Mike or Matt? There's a Mike. Mr. Green, good morning, legend. And All Pro Sports Cards, thank you for smacking the follow button, my brother. Welcome to the family. Excellent to have you. And shout out to some sensual saxophone this morning. Shout out to Mr. Kenny G. How we doing there, Mike? And welcome back, Jerry. It is wonderful to see you as well this morning, my man. Big hugs and firm handshakes to you, legends. And Mr. Welsh, I see you beating that screen like it owes you back child support money. Thank you. All right, we have a little Rodney Holman. Tim Harris. Holahan. Harry Kemp. Kim Goad. Reggie White. Rest in peace to the legend. For Uncle Smitty's Eagles. Yay. Daryl Grant. Michael Kofer. Griggs. The Therminator. Old Mr. 34 for the Bills, Thurman Thomas. Ruben Davis. Ray Horton Heat. Mervin Fernandez. Leonard Smith. Mark Carrier for the Bucks. Mr. Sprouse, thank you for smacking the follow button, brother. Welcome to the family. Isaac Holt. Ricky Ellison. Johnny Davis. Don Griffin. Stewie's nephew. Kevin Butler for the Bears. Dino Hackett. Raina Thompson. Anthony Thompson, back-to-back Thompsons. Michael Haynes. Craig Hayward. Johnny Holland. Cortez Kennedy. Rest in peace to the legend for my Seattle Sea Chickens. Old Tez. Had a lot of his cards back in the day. Keith Byers. On the color match. Checklist. Rosenbatch. Andre Rison. Shout out to Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Ruben Mays. Andre Reed. The GOAT. Back in 1991, Mr. Joe Montana. Hilgenberg for the Bears. Kevin Porter. Charles Haley. McCants. Saxon. Howie Long. Nick Bell. And Wilbur Marshall. Finishing that one off for you, my man. Well, gosh dang it, Wyatt. We got skunked in the provisions department, my brother, but you did get some sweet cards in there nonetheless. I am always appreciative, especially you this morning, my man. Thank you for killing that the hockey break. We're going to get into that one in just a couple of minutes. That is correct. Yes, like I said, the centering is rough on the 1991 Fleer football. You were absolutely right. That's why those provisions hold such a premium if you get one in a PSA 10. All right. Jaime Villarreal, my fellow Austinite. And hello there. How you doing? Hello. Mi hermano. Are you ready? Let's go. See if we can't find you a Provisions. Talk about funny. Good morning, my man. Great to see you, and I think you're in the right place. Hello there. You are coming from Gripper Cards. Well, that's amazing. Shout out to old Sarge and Kobe Luna, mis amigos over there at Gripper Cards. Mikey Tendo. I like it. So he says, funny, I probably opened 900 of these packs as a kid and never once cared or even thought about the centering. I'm with you, buddy. How the hobby has changed over the last 25 years, yeah? I'm with you. Muy interesante. All right, your pack number 4 stays off to the side. We will rip that one last, Jaime. Buena suerte, my brother. Starting off with some Kevin Porter. Checklist. Tim Rosenbach. Andre Rison. Mays. Lonnie Young. Kurt or Chris Warren for my Seattle Sea Chickens. Gosh, I love those old school uniforms. They just hit different. Good morning, Mr. Grigsby. Good morning to Krabby Rob Benoit, our Prince Edward Island pal. How you doing there, legend? Hope you and Adeline are having a wonderful morning. Clyde Simmons. Johnny Meads. Corey Epps. Chris Smith for the Bengals. Does anybody else see what I see on that card? Or is it just me? Folks, that might be a very rare error card that's worth like $1 million. I'm just kidding, my friends. It is not. I'm just throwing a joke at those people over on eBay. This card has no period after INC. It's a special error. Gary Plummer for the Chargers. Herschel Walker from Minnesota. Steve Smith. Travis McNeil for my Seattle Sea Chickens. That's right, Jeffro. You nailed it, buddy. Thank you, Mikey. Seth Joyder. Don Maggs. John Collins. Altoona. Shout out to Gary V. That is his PC on the color match for the Jets. Anthony Miller. And Simply, great to see you this morning, my friend. Alfred Anderson for Minnesota. David Sott. Ray Donaldson. David Little. Return to the Mac for Tim Hudson's Cleveland Browns. Chris Duncan. Keith Kartz. Old Jeff Hostetler. Shout out to my buddy Cole Hostetler. Hello there. Have I seen the Seahawks new uniform? I have, and it's ridiculously cool. Duval Love. Mark Murphy. I think I saw Mr. Jalen Milrow wearing it. Ronnie Just the Lippet. Don Warren. With Charles Haley co-starring. Dan the Man Humphreys. Robert Clark. Tim McKyer. Bruce Smith on the hitters. Ron Hall. Eugene Lockhart. I remember writing his name on my binder when I was like 11. When the Cowboys were a dynasty. Bob Golick. Keith McKellar. Brent Jones. Old Dickie Dent. For the Bears. Harold Green for WKRP in Cincinnati. They spelled that one right. Ray Childress on the All-Pro. For those now defunct Houston Oilers. Tim Harris on the hitters. Petey Holohan. Harry Kemp. Tim Goad. Reggie White. So nice you got him twice. Daryl Grant. Michael Kofer. David Griggs. The Therminator. Ruben Davis. Ray Horton Heat. And Mervin Fernandez. Heroically off-center. For the Raiders. I'm not even upset. That is impressive. I mean, you got to try to make him off-center that much. All right, we're going to sleeve up that All-Pro for you, and we have one pack to go. Jaime.
One down, one to go.
The last pack magic, brother. Buena suerte. Good luck. Hey, you and I both, Simply. That would be awesome. Would love to see Sam Darnold fall out for my Seahawks, right? All right, some Ricky Sanders. However, Jalen Milrow's looking pretty damn good, too. I have high hopes. Jim Lachey. Mel Gray. Offerdahl. Carrier. Hamilton. Kelvin Martin for Dem Boys. Ethan Horton Heat. Scott Norwood. Bill Romanowski with those giant pads for the 40 whiners. Shout out to Mr. Rob Richardson. Ask your local Gentry, and they will say it's elementary. Dennis Gentry. Did you know, my dear friends, that they are remaking Married with Children? That's going to be a fun one. The Nigerian Nightmare, and we're not talking about Kamaru Usman, Christian Okoye, Steve Young, and Ricky Priel. Finishing that one off for you. Jaime Villanueva, Mi Hermano, Lo Siento. Because we did not find a provisions, but I appreciate you as always, my brother. That is a very thick with 4 C's and thankful way to start our Thursday. I appreciate you as always, Jaime, and it's great to have you back, buddy. I know you're a busy fella, so I appreciate you making some time for us, my man. Mr. Esposito, still married with grandchildren. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I'm excited for that. That's going to be fun. Mikey says, why they got to mess up memories of everything good? I don't think it's going to mess it up. I think it'll be fun. You know, all those actors are still alive and kicking. And I got to share with you, my friends, do you know that Mr. Ed O'Neill, the guy that plays Al Bundy, is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt? I'm not kidding. That dude is a straight up assassin. A lot of respect for that. Mr. Tweed says, best way to send card to PSA for grading. You head on over to junkwaxvintage.com. You select the grading option, and then you send them to me. And then I clean them up for you, and then I send them off for you. But Mr. Tweed, to answer your question, officially, my friend, you want to use card savers that are semi-rigid. So they're not a top loader, but they're also not a penny sleeve. It's somewhere in between. You want to use those. You can buy those off of Amazon. So look up Card Saver on Amazon. You go to PSA.com. You create yourself an account. You pay the month, or you pay the yearly membership fee. I think it's $150 right now. So if you pay that membership fee, then you can go ahead and start submitting cards that way. But Mr. Tweed, I am very happy to help you if you want to send them to me. I send off a lot of cards for the family. All right. Let's refresh that shop real quick. Welcome back, Dallas. Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday, my dude. Shout out to the California kid. Stephen Grigsby. Damn! Taking 5 beautiful packs of Playboy, my brother. So, Mr. Grigsby, you already know, my man, we do not rip those until #JWAD this evening, but I'm very happy to do so. Miss Melody. Good morning, Melly P. How you doing, homie? Always great to see you as well. Shout out to the California Queen. All right, legends. Let me grab 5 Playboy packs for Mr. Grigsby. We will put those off to the side to marinate until this evening. And then, my friends, I think it's hockey time. I grabbed 5 out of there perfectly. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I am very excited to hunt that elusive Donald Trump. We have not found one yet. I think you got a pretty damn good chance, Mr. Grigsby. And I have a strong hunch, my dear friends, that we're going to have a big show tonight. Because some of those breaks are very, very close to filling. And sometimes it happens that all those breaks kind of fill at the same time. We might be looking at a night like that. There you go. Mr. Mike Green says, what's your thoughts on Wild Card? I like Wild Card very much. I think what they lack in licensing, they more than make up for in card design and print run. So love me some Wild Card. You just have to go into it with your eyes open, though, and understand that, say you pull a 1-of-1 autograph of like a big player, that card is probably going to sell for about half of what a Topps licensed autograph would sell for. So if you're looking at things on strictly a value perspective, Wild Card is always going to be a little bit less than licensed product. But in my humble opinion, I think it gives the normal man who doesn't have $700 or $800 to spend on a box a really good opportunity to get in on some of these younger guys, before they blow up. So I like them a lot. Thank you for asking. And Mr. Tweed, Junkwaxvintage.com, my friend. Let me show you something here, buddy. The Mr. Tweed says, where do I get your info if I want to send cards to you to send off for grading? I will show you, my friend. I've got you covered. Let's do it together. So we go to Google, okay? It pops right up. Junk Wax Vintage. Website pops right up for you. You use your top right corner. See those little 3 lines? Tap that little bad boy. See card grading right there. And then you have all the options. So we have pre-grading right there. We have a lot of people that send me cards for pre-grading. And all the different options for grading. So the $55 option, my friends, just to let you know, is autograph only. So if you have a card and you know the card is not in very good condition, but the autograph looks solid, that is your Huckleberry, the $55 option. The regular card grading is $35 for non-autograph cards. And then we move up just a little bit. The $75 option is for dual grading. So if you want the autograph and the card condition graded, it will have 2 number grades. That is $75. The $125 option is something that is worth more than $1,500. So you do have to submit to a higher category. And then we also have SGC and FCG in there also. But just a heads up, my dear friends, another friendly reminder. We are raising those prices very, very soon. September 1, there will be an increase in grading prices. So I appreciate your understanding on that. And then we also have our address up here on the website. I'll show you. Allow me a moment. I think Mrs. Junkwax moved it on me. But the address is up here somewhere. Somebody want to help me out with where our address is on the website? But I will get you squared away there, Mr. Tweed. That's right, Dallas. Smart man. Tattoo Rich, good morning, buddy. Jeffro says, should be at the bottom? That's where I was looking, right? It's not there. Yeah, maybe it's all the way down at the bottom. Aha, it is. Thank you, Jeffro. So, at the very bottom, right there, if you want to screenshot that, folks, feel free to do so. That is our address if you want to send us cards for grading. Thank you so much, Mikey, for dropping that in the chat, though. I appreciate you. Moderator extraordinaire. So if you want to screenshot that, folks, please feel free to do so. There you go. Thank you, my friends. Okie dokie. I believe it is hockey break time, homies. Yes, it is. And I see you, Cody Custer, my fellow Austinite, taking down a break spot in our 8 hobby box baseball mixer, taking down the Diamondbacks. Thank you so much, Cody Custer. Getting us a little closer. That is where we're sitting on that 8 hobby box mixer. Just a few teams to go. All right, my dear friends, you know what time it is.
It's time!
And you know what we must do? We need to randomize this little bad boy and find out who gets what. It is 3 boxes, 2025-2026 Upper Deck MVP Hockey Hobby Box, and then one of my favorite hockey products of all time, EX2000 ×2. Mr. Tweed. Oh, no way, buddy. You're just up the road in Georgetown. So we could definitely meet up. Absolutely, Robert. You betcha. I have met up with a couple other Austinites and had them drop their cards off because it saves you having to mail them, right? So it is my pleasure, Mr. Tweed. We just have to find somewhere that's kind of centrally located. So if you want, Robert, you can email me at dalen@junkwaxvintage.com, or you can just shoot me a private message here on TikTok. And I'm happy to address that with you, buddy. Thank you in advance. All right, legends. Let's randomize. Humongous thank you to our friend Rachel for snagging us this handy-dandy little dice tray. There you go, Jeffro. That's right. That's right. Ah, lucky number 9. 4 and 5. 9 it is. If it will focus. There you go. 9. Allow me just a moment here, folks. I got to put in some hockey teams. Thank you for bearing with me for just a moment. That's better. All right, all right. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. If you would like to memorize your spots, please feel free to do so. I will give you a moment to trade your teams after the randomization is completed if you want. So if you would like to screenshot that list, you're more than welcome. As always, there is never any obligation to trade, but I try to give you every opportunity to get the teams that you want. So, I hope you have either screenshotted that list or memorized what spot you have, because here we go. Nine times, my friends. Good luck. 1. Wait a second. We're missing a team. We have 31 in here. Weird. Give me just a moment, my friends. Hey, Ace, I'm going to give you a list, and can you please tell me what hockey team we are missing? Thank you so much. Could be Melody. Could be Utah. The Mammoth. Actually, it says we're missing the Seattle Kraken. Yep, that makes perfect sense. Seattle Kraken. How dare I leave out my Seattle Kraken? Come on now, Dalen. All right, easy fix, folks. Thank you so much. Let's try this one more time, shall we? There we go. Kraken's in there now. All right, 9 times. Here we go. 1. That looks better. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. And if you are so inclined, you can start creating your teams. Right? Meow. There you go. I will give you just a couple of seconds there, folks. If I do not see any trading in the chat, I will flip this list right back around and get these locked in. Thank you, Mr. Stroop. You were correct. My TikTokers, I appreciate you bearing with me. I know it's not the most entertaining thing in the world, staring at a break sheet. But we will get through this in just a moment. Banana Pudding. I am not under the weather, my man. I'm feeling great, but I appreciate you asking, and it's wonderful to see you this morning. How you doing? I just need to bust into a brand new spicy water. Cheers, my friends. Mr. Burt Reynolds. That is right, my brother. It is always, pretty much always, the same thing. Mr. Newbecker, what's up, legend? Excellent to see my fellow veteran. How we doing this morning, brother? Hope you are well. And I see you've been crushing it lately, Kyle. Keep up the good work there, good buddy. Well, I'm a creature of habit there, Burt Reynolds rap. Always that black cherry spicy water. All right, my dear friends, it looks like the trading has come to a dull roar. So we're going to flip this list back around to get them locked in. I'm going to flip it around in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As always, my homies, thank you for bearing with me for just a moment while I get these teams locked in here. And then we are ripping. All three. Beautiful hockey boxes. Of course, it does not want to stand up. Aha! Got it. It's going to fall over any second. All right. I'm not going to wait for it. Mr. Wyatt taking down the Senators and the Lightning. As always, folks, if you need to go use the restroom or grab yourself a fresh beverage, now would be a perfect time to do it. SJL, saludos to you, my brother. How you doing this morning? Happy Thankful Thursday. And you do the same, Kyle Newbecker. Love you more, brother. Big hugs and firm handshakes. Especially to you there, buddy. Thank you, Danny Mackers. Cody Custer, spot number 3, the Capitals. Himbo T. Wood, one half of the Towers of Power, taking the Toronto Maple Leafs. Wyatt Rodenbeck, 5 and 6, Jets and Seattle Kraken. Alex Wayne, my brother, taking down the Philly Flyers. Sam Shope, Sambo, number 8, the Islanders. Rich Adams, my Canadian cousin, taking the Florida Panthers. Melly P, 10 and 11, the Calgary Flames and the Blue Jackets. Timbo T. Wood, number 12, the Canadians. Wyatt Rodenbeck, 13 and 14, Coyotes and Stars. But the Coyotes are now the Mammoth, I believe. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Please and thank you. Mr. Rob Richardson, the family pharmacist, taking down the Penguins. Shout out to Trevor Taylor. Timbo T. Wood, number 16, the Kings. All right, we're halfway there, my friends. How about Mr. Rob Richardson, spot number 17, the Oilers, Edmonton. Shout out to my buddy Derek, that plays for Edmonton. Melly P, number 18, the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Excellent to see Tony Hernandez, a little kick and wing. How you doing, brother? Another OG of the family, gracing us with his presence, Este Mañana. Great to see you, brother. How we doing on this Thankful Thursday? Melly P, number 18, the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Justin Miller, number 19, another OG, taking the Predators from Nashville. Shout out to Rob Richardson and Jeff Hansen. Justin Miller, number 20, the Ducks. Quack, quack, quack. Mr. Ducksworth. Shout out to the Flying V. Wyatt Rodenbeck, number 21, the Detroit Red Wings. Brandon Dr. Moriarty, spot number 22, the Blues. Billy Casper, number 23, the Hurricanes. Caleb Davies, number 24, the Avalanche. Shout out to Colorado. Kimbo T-Wood, number 25, the Minnesota Wild. Wyatt Rodenbeck, number 26, the San Jose Sharks. Cody General Custer, number 27. Excuse me, I am so wrong. Wyatt has the Rangers. Cody has the Sharks. My apologies. Melly P, number 28. The Chicago Blackhawks, you lucky ducky. Looking for some Connor Bedard. Love it. I think that's good karma, Miss Melody. Rob Richardson, number 29, the Boston Bruins. Jim Kaz, number 30, the Jersey Devils. Wyatt Rodenbeck, number 31 and 32, the Canucks and the Sabres. All right. There you go. If you would take a gander at that list, my friends, if it looks accurate and appropriate, may I please have a hell yeah in the chat? So I know you're ready. That is correct, yes. These are the rips for the hockey boxes, indeedy. Thank you, Scotty 2 Hottie Kuniko. Thank you, General Custer. You understood the assignment. Alex Wayne, yes, you got the Philly Flyers, my dude. All right, all right. I think we're looking good. Let's do it. We are going to start with, in reverse chronological order, 25-26 Upper Deck MVP, and we will end with that EX 2000. Best of luck to each and every one of you. Let's do it. Our second ever family hockey break here, folks. We're making history. Empty box number 1. Pack number 4, Ectomy. Because it is tradición. All right, we will bust all those last, per usual. Round number 1. Here we go. Mr. Upside Down, my Swedish brother, says, I remember in my younger days, I liked the Colorado Avalanche because of my Swedish guy, Mr. Peter Forsberg. I don't blame you. If I may ask, Upside Down, what geographical part of Sweden are you in? Northern, southern, eastern, western? I'm not trying to dox you or anything. Just trying to get an idea of where you're at. All right, we got a little Gunsel for your Schnutzel for the Lightning. Getting us started. Sebastian Aho, a little Stutzel for your Pootzel. Nikita Kucherov on the Rising to the Occasion, another Lightning. Ryan Suzuki, rookie for the Hurricanes. Matt Boldy for Minnesota. Philip Forsberg on the checklist for the Predators. Grant Clark, Eric Carlson, Cutter Gauthier. Jesper is always kind of a brat for the Jersey Devils. Jake Ottinger for Dallas. Jordan Eberle on the silver script for my Seattle Kraken. And that goes to Wyatt Rodenbeck. Chris Letang. He has a PhD in Letang. Connor Bedard. There you go, Miss Melody. Our very first Connor. Bertuzzi. Back-to-back Blackhawks for Melody. Sam James Reinhart for Florida. Josh Norris. Drew Doughty. Coming to your rink, Travis Konechny and Matvey Michkov for Philadelphia. That goes to Mr. Alex Wayne. Congratulations there, buddy. Darake Batherson, Jay Theodore, Travis Konechny, and Yaroslav Askarov for the San Jose Sharks. Finishing off round number 1. Round number 2. I agree, Nick. They're beautiful, right? You know, I must say, folks, I think that hockey has the best inserts out of every sport. Obviously, there's some outliers. That's just generally speaking. But I think they do a great job with hockey. How about Domo Arigato Matt Coronato for the Calgary Flames? Kirill Marchenko, Mackenzie Blackwood, Gordon Kyrou for the Blues. We got our first mascot sticker for the Edmonton Oilers, Hunter. And that goes to Mr. Rob Richardson. Marco Rossi. You're a 2-hour drive away from Stockholm. Nice. That's awesome. So you're kind of in the middle of Sveven. Very cool. Upside down. Old Perfetti. Macklin Celebrini. There you go, San Jose. That goes to General Custer. It's leaving that one up for you, my dude. Charlie McAvoy. Joel Farabee. Troy Terry. Coming to your rink, Sidney Crosby. With Evgeny Malkin. For the Penguins. And that goes to Mr. Rob Richardson. Shout out to Trevor Taylor. That is his PC on the Crosby. Dawson D. Mercer. Mercer. How big of a boy are you? Give me a hell yeah if you get that reference, my friends. Russell, thank you for smacking the follow button. Welcome to the crew, buddy. Brian Rust. Morgan Geeky. Joseph Wohl. Ricard Raquel for the Penguins. Jordan Eberle for my Kraken. Why, thank you, White Buffalo. Tommy Wilson. Jeremy Swayman. And folks, I had no idea what a star this guy was until I went to a Boston Bruins game. Goodness gracious. There was uncountable numbers of Jeremy Swayman jerseys in the crowd. JJ Paterka on the silver script for the Sabres. Well, good morning, Chuck. It is wonderful to see you, my brother. How are we? Zach Wierenski. Shout out to Midwest Cards. Easton, thank you for smacking the follow button, my friend. Welcome to the crew. Seth Jones for Florida. Nazem Kadri. Connor Hellebuck. Connor and the Jets. Connor and the Jets. You know I had to. Alexei Protas. Arturi Lekonen. Well, hello. My name is Dominic Shine. On the shiny sticker for Detroit. Igor Shesterkin. It is wonderful to see you, Chuck. Big hugs and firm handshakes, my brother. Mika Zibanejad. Anthony Sorelli. And Connor Geeky. So nice. You got him twice. Aw, Bubba, I appreciate you making the switch from TikTok to Twitch, my good man. It's great to have you over here, buddy. All right, let me snag myself a little sippy. Cheers, my friends. Barost. Christmas Light Expert, thank you for smacking the follow button. Welcome to the crew. As always, my friends, I know we have a lot of new people in here this morning. If it is your very first time tuning into this ugly mug, it is wonderful to have you. My name is Dalen, D-A-L-E-N, like Dale plus N, also known as Junk Wax Vintage. You can find me here almost every single morning, starting and ending your days the right way, with some of that juicy junk wax, some marvelous modern cards, a healthy dose of camaraderie, and always just a couple laughs. Typically at my expense. And that is exactly how I want it. So if you are new here, my friends, feel free to go check out junkwaxvintage.com. That is the website that hosts everything having to do with this channel. And of course, we are live on 5 separate platforms. So if you want to come over here and join us on Twitch or YouTube, we would love to have you. Dylan, thank you for smacking the follow button. Aw, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. So this is actually our second ever NHL break here on this channel. And we will have more. Excuse me. Oh, Mr. Farwell. Hell yeah. So that is a Bubba 3. We have 3 Bubbas in the house now. Mr. Farwell, thank you so much for making the switch to Twitch, buddy. And I hope you like it over here. Hell yeah. Making my morning over there, Bubba 3. All right, we got Uriah's cousin, Mr. Brock Faber. Johnny Scherer, good morning, legend. Jumbo Chemo, thank you for smacking the follow button. I appreciate you. Jason Robertson for Right Up the Road in Dallas. Dylan Holloway. Ricard Raquel on the silver script for the Penguins. Nick Schmaltz. Clayton Keller. Stefan Nosen. Dylan Strome. JT Miller. Mark Stone. Leon Draisaitl for Edmonton. Barrett Hayton. Jake Sanderson. And that is a gold script to 25.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Oh my God!
There you go, Ottawa Senators. Holy crapola. Who got my Senators? Wyatt Rodenbeck. Congratulations, brother. I love it. I love gold. The taste of it, the smell of it, the texture. We love gold so much we lost our genitals in an unfortunate schmelting accident. Yes. That is 4th on print to 25. Beautiful. And of course it is 4th on print. That is magnificent. Uploading that one up for you, buddy. And thank you, Card Gods. Beautiful. Moving on. Thank you, Onward. I appreciate you, brother. How about Kent Johnson for the Blue Jackets? Tomas Hurtle. Why, thank you, Dutchie. I see you there, Hobby Inc. Mr. Amerman, good to see you, Steven. I just want to sell you free cable. For Right Up the Road in Dallas, Roop Heinz. Jack Eichel, 65. Brady Kachuk. John Monahan. Oh, hell yeah. Rising to the occasion, Connor Bedard. Congratulations, Melly P. That is beautiful. And that card looks pretty damn good, Miss Melody. Leaving that one up for you. Very carefully. Beautiful, beautiful card, Melly P. Stoked to see some Connor.
Who the fuck is that guy?
I know, Hobby. I know. We'll put him up there just because he's purty. All right, moving on. We have a Goucher, rookie for Philly. Shout out to Mr. Alex Wayne. Speaking of Alex DeBrincat. Niche. Good morning, Rob. How you doing, legend? Big hugs and firm handshakes to you, Mr. Nicias. Claude Giroux. John Carlson. Hello, Nurse. Darnell Nurse. Andre Vasilevsky. Tuvo Teravainen for Chicago. Joaquim Kamel on the Rising to the Occasion for the Predators. Ethan Frank. Dylan Larkin. Alexander Barkov. Escape from Barkov. Hope somebody gets that extremely obscure reference. J.J. Peterka. Philip Gustafsson for Minnesota. Morrissey. And we're not talking about 90s alternative. Matty Beniers for my Seattle Kraken. Why, thank you, Chuck. I was hoping you would get that one, my man. Matthew Kachuk on the net presence for Florida. Nicholas Kakko for my Seattle Kraken. He's a keeper. Nathan McKinnon, Samuel Montembeau, and Carter Verhage. Finishing that one off for Florida. And my friends, we're down to last base pack Magic. Good luck. Thank you so much, White Buffalo. You're in the right place, my friend. Mr. Chuck, anything new or exciting at Midwest Cards? I saw you ripped into some Mojo packs the other day. I saw that video. Nice rip. Sometimes you just gotta rip something. I get it. You are preaching to the choir, my brother. All right, we have a Noah Hannafin for Las Vegas. Owen Danger Powers for the Sabres. Connor Garland. How about Mascot Battle, the Spartacat and Carlton, Maple Leafs and Ottawa Senators? That one will go to Ottawa since he is on the left. Mark Gatcombe, rookie for the Islanders. Steven Stamkos. Chuck. The Midwest Cards is getting warmed up for a big watch party in the shop for the Ohio State-Texas game. Beautiful, brother. We're enemies for that one, my friend. I'm just kidding. Never underestimate the power of the Schwartz. For my Seattle Kraken, Jaden Schwartz. Linus Ullmark. Vincent Trocek. Jared McCann. I'm just looking for some tush. Alex Touche. Shout out to ZZ Top. Kirill Kaprizov. And we're not talking about Uncle Moosey. How about the Winnipeg Jets mascot on the sticker, the Moose? That's fantastic. Owen Byram. Braden is always on point for Tampa Bay. Thank you, Hobby Inc. My man. There can only be one. Nylander. iMcLeod. William Nylander. Quinn Hughes. Shout out to Melody. Patrick Laine. Mats Zuccarello for Minnesota. Net presence Kirill Kaprizov. Another Minnesotan. Dalibor Dvorsky. Will Smith. Max Domi. Michael Bunting. There's no bunting in hockey. I think. Austin Matthews for the Maple Leafs. John Tavares back-to-back Maple Leafs. Logan Cooley for the Mammoth. Ovi on the rising to the occasion. And that goes to Wyatt and that goes to Cody Custer and the Capitals. Joaquin Kamel. Ovi, so nice you got him twice. Jason Zucker and Tyler Toffoli from Double T. And we're not talking about Trevor Taylor. Or Tim Tebow, for that matter. All right, my dear friends.
One down, one to go.
Pack number 4s. Uncle Smitty has a pregunta.
Oh, yeah. What kind of a question you want to ask her?
He says, how is Sawyer liking bussing? He's getting there. So he hasn't actually started making tips yet because he's still in training. But I think as soon as he starts making some money, he's going to be a very happy camper. Good question. He's getting used to it. You know, it's a big adjustment coming from Sonic to a real nice restaurant like that. But he's getting there. Muy bien pregunta, hermano. Thank you for asking. All right. Pack number 4s, legends. Good luck. Miro Heiskanen. And then we're busting into our EX 2000 next. Dustin Wolf for Calgary. Lucas and the Locusts. Raymond. The Troubadour. Jacob Trouba for the Ducks on the silver script. Adam Fox. Artemi Panarin, as Melody would say, the bread man. Nick Foligno for Chicago. Lane Hudson. Stud for the Canadians. We found his autograph recently. Jonathan Marchessault. Igor Sharangovich. Andrei Sveshnikov. Brady Kachuk and a little Stutzel for your Pootzel. And that goes to Wyatt Rodenbeck and the Senators. The Marchment paper with a luscious lip curtain. Mason Marchment. Hey, you and I both, Chuck. I was just saying it earlier, my man. EX 2000 is probably one of my favorite hockey products ever. Obviously, minus the cup, right? Jacob Wallman. Sebastian Kosa. UC Saros for the Predators. Darcy Cooper. Jordan Binnington. Morgan O'Reilly. Dylan Gunther. Shout out to some Tutti Frutti summer love. My friends, my family, if you have not taken a moment, headed on over to YouTube, typed in Gunther, Tutti Frutti summer love, go ahead and do so, and then come on back here and thank me when you're done. I love you, Jeffro. Dylan Gunther. Dougie Fresh. Hamilton. Piotr Kochetkov. Shout out to Dylan Pye. David Pasternak. Alexis is on fire. Lafreniere. Travis Sondheim. Sidney Crosby. Shout out to Bubba. Nathan McKinnon for Colorado on the silver script. Elias Peterson. Wyatt Johnson for right up the road in Dallas. Gustav Forsling. And Colton Parayko for the Blues. last but not least. There you go, Uncle Smitty.
It's a no-no, but I like it.
Shout out to Gunther and that Euro trash mullet. You know it, Alex Wayne.
Ooh, you touch my tra-la-la.
Oh, I love it so much. All right, folks. Let's get into some EX 2000. Good luck, everybody. I do think we'll have some time for some family rips as soon as we are done with this break. So if you would like to head on over to junkwaxvintage.com and snag yourself down something from this lovely wall of wax to my left, you are absolutely invited to do so. We're going to rip into all these together. Empty box number 1. Empty box number 2. Pack number 4, Ectomy. All right. We will bust all 4 of these little bad boys last because it is tradición. We're going to do this in 5 rounds, my friends. Good luck. MVR says, do more hockey? I would love to. We are slowly but surely building our hockey audience over here. This is our second ever NHL break here in the JWV family. So we will have another one up lickety-split. So might want to keep your eyes peeled to junkwaxvintage.com. We're just going to rip all these down and go through them together. See if we can't find a sweet little Connor Bedard in here for Melody. That would make my morning. We have found one numbered Connor Bedard out of this set already. Unfortunately, it wasn't in very good shape, though. Kind of hurt my heart. Weird rip. Bubba, we have found 1 or 2 Crosbys in the first box. But I'll do my damnedest for you. Upside down. So there's actually a window in the cards. You will see in just a moment, my friend. So fun fact, the lore of this set, back in the year 2000, they released Skybox EX Baseball, they released Skybox EX Basketball, Skybox EX Football, but they never did a hockey. So they're coming back all these years later to do Hockey EX 2000. So that's why I love these so much. All right, we start off with round number 1, and we have Trevor Zegras for the Ducks. And they do not have a hole in them. It's hard to see it. But there you go. It has an acetate window. Aren't those cool? Zach Benson for the Sabres. Jonathan Marchessault. Samuel Bolduc. Nathan McKinnon for Colorado. Isaac Rosen for the Sabres. Brady Tkachuk. Matt Savoy. Rafael Lavoie. Savoy and Lavoie. Juraj Slavkovsky for the Canadiens, and that one is numbered to 499. Beautiful on the credentials. Andrei Sveshnikov for the Hurricanes. Our very first die cut, Stardate 3000, Hale McCarr, Colorado. I just gave you a shout out, Dylan Pye. Great to see you this morning, buddy. Claude Giroux for Ottawa. Die cut index movers, Thomas Bordelot for the San Jose Sharks. Nick Suzuki for the Canadiens. Jake Wallman on the Stardate 3000 for Detroit. Mikko Rantanen for Colorado. Die Cut Index Movers, Pyotr Kochetkov. Shout out to Mr. Dylan Pye down here on TikTok. There you go, buddy. Your namesake. Jake Ottinger for Dallas. He's a keeper. David Pasternak on the Stardate 3000 die cut. Travis Konechny for the Philly Flyers going to Mr. Alex Wayne. And last but not least on the All or Nothing, Mr. Sidney Crosby for the Penguins. Shout out to Mr. Rob Richardson. Beautiful card there, buddy. Leaving that one up. I'm sorry, Bubba. I'm so sorry. That is Trevor Taylor's PC. Beautiful card. All right, not too shabby on round number 1. Pyotr Kochetkov, Mr. Dylan Pye, you want to see the Pyotr? Absolutely, you can. There you go, buddy. Cool, right? All right. We're going to sleeve up the Slavkovsky. Miss Melody says Slavkovsky's market is huge. Nice. Congratulations to Timbo T-Wood on that one. We'll top load that one up just to be on the safe side. Congratulations, Timbo. Okie dokie. Let me snag myself a little sippy, and we're getting into round number 2. Well, good morning, Mr. Radke. How you doing there, buddy? Ronnie's cousin. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, my friend. Great to see you. All righty. Moving on. Aw, Mr. Rob Richardson. You big sweetie. Bro. My pleasure. You got it. Hey, Trevor Taylor. You just got that Sidney Crosby, buddy. Shout out to Mr. Rob Richardson. He hooked you up. That is ridiculously sweet of you, Rob. Thank you, big buddy. I appreciate you. Paying that forward to the family. As I have said before, folks, and I will say it again, I never apologize for the redundancy. I truly believe, in my heart of hearts, that we have the best group of Gem Mint 10 human beings in the entire card hobby. Right here in the JWVCC. And it is gifts like that that back up that statement. Thank you so much, Rob Richardson. Love you, buddy. Oh, yes, he is, Onward. The family pharmacist is wonderful at providing to the people. Especially Mr. Trevor Taylor. Love that dude. All right, last pack magic at round number 2. Here we go. Starting out with Matthew Barzal. Stardate 3000 Austin Matthews for the Maple Leafs. Shout out to Miss Melody. We have a Quinn Hughes. Beautiful. On the Index Movers, Jake Sanderson for Ottawa. Philip Forsberg for Nashville with that dastardly dirt squirrel. Claude Giroux, who $4.99 for the Ottawa Senators, going to Wyatt Rodenbeck. There you go, Wyatt. Sleeving that one up for you, buddy. Somebody call Matchbox 20 because we found some Rob Thomas. Mr. Eric Bellier, good morning, legend. How about another die cut for the Penguins? Christian Yari on the net assets. And I think that's good karma coming back to Mr. Rob Richardson. Joe Pavelski for Dallas. Ooh. On the reverberation for Colorado, Nathan McKinnon on the die cut. Those are cool. Sidney Crosby. So nice you got him twice there, Rob Richardson. Outstanding. Devin Levi. Dylan Larkin. William DeFore for the Islanders. Austin Matthews for the Maple Leafs. Back-to-back Maple Leafs with Fraser Minton. Seth Jones for up there in the Chicago area. Shout out to Melody. Henry Thrun for the San Jose Sharks. Nikolai Ehlers. Beautiful. For the Winnipeg Jets. Tristan Leno for the Ducks. Kirill Kaprizov for Minnesota. And Kevin Korshinsky for up there in the Chicago area. Finishing off round number 2. I agree, Nick. Aren't they neat? Mr. Stroop, thank you, brother. So this is why I was saying earlier that Skybox EX 2000 is probably my favorite hockey product. If we take away a product called the Cup, because that's a pretty cool product also, but those boxes are redonkulously expensive. All right, round number 3. Dylan says, will you do another hockey break soon? Yes, we will. Absolutely. We're going to keep the hockey breaks coming. Miss Melody, Black Diamond are beautiful cards as well. You're absolutely right. I agree. As you should there, Bubba. One more shout out to Mr. Rob Richardson. Mr. Amerman, Steven, and Cody Simons. Great to see you this morning, my man. Thank you as always for those beautiful tiny dinies. Great to see you, Cody. Happy Thursday morning, legend. We are almost through the packs here in round number 3. It is hashtag JWAD somewhere. Goodness gracious, Mikey. Yikes. Ryan says, who are we hunting for in these packs? Anybody. Hunting for anybody, my brother. This is a break. So there's a whole bunch of people that have all the different teams. So there's a lot of different cool cards that you can find in EX2000. Of course, we would love to find some Connor Bedard. There's a whole bunch of other ones in there too. Good question. All right, we have Igor Shesterkin, Logan Cooley, Jonathan Humperdinck Huberdeau for Calgary, Marco Casper, shout out to Billy Casper, Leon Draisaitl for Edmonton, Simon Edvinson, Philip Kurashev for up there in the Chicago area, going to Melody, Matthew Domo Arigato Coronato, Juraj Slavkovsky. So nice you got him twice. Index Movers, Dylan Kissing Cousins for the Sabres. Kevin Fiala. Taj Thompson on the Stardate 3000 for the Sabres. Connor McDavid, the legend, for the Edmonton Oilers. Mason Soap McTavish for the Ducks on the Index Movers die cut. Marc-Andre Fleury for Minnesota. Jordan Kyrou for the Blues on the Stardate 3000 die cut. Taj Thompson for the Sabres. Marco Rossi for Minnesota on the Index Movers. Kyle and the Jets. Kyle and the Jets. Kyle Connor. Mitch Marner for the Maple Leafs on the Stardate 3000. Stuart Skinner for Edmonton. Seth Jarvis for the Hurricanes on the Index Movers die cut. A little Stutzel for your Pootzel for Ottawa. And last but not least, color match for the Sabres to $2.99, Taj Thompson. Beautiful. And that goes to Mr. Wyatt Rodenbeck. Sleeving and top loading that one up for you, Wyatt. And that goes in a 75-point top loader for future reference. There you go, Mr. Rodenbeck. 91st on print to $2.99. And folks, we have one more round before we get into those pack number 4s. You dirty, dirty birdies. Yikes. It is hashtag JWAD somewhere, my dear friends. Folks, if you have kids in the chat over here on Twitch, I apologize. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Typically, my morning show, any lunch wax, and the beginning of my evening show is always family friendly. I do my damnedest to keep it that way. But every so often, my dear friends, things happen. So I appreciate you bearing with us on that one, folks. Dylan, 2 great players from the Hurricanes. I agree. We have found some beautiful, beautiful cards thus far. And we're not done yet. Ladies and gentlemen, the Moose is loose. Good morning, Uncle Moosey. Great to see you this morning, legend. One of the oest of OGs of the entire family. Always good to see you, Uncle Moosey. Top of the morning to you, my brother. Weird rip on our last pack. Thanks, card gods. There we go. Alrighty. Good luck. Starting now with some Ovi on the credentials. Nazem Kadri. And both of those, my dear friends, are numbered to 499. 2 in a row. Goodness gracious. There you go, Capitals and Calgary Flames. Matthew Tkachuk for Florida. Net Assets, Sergei Bobrovsky for Florida on the die cut. John Couturier. Adam Fantilli, some Fantilli lace. Moritz Seider for Detroit. Luke Hughes, shout out to Melody for PC for the Jersey Devils. Nikita Kucherov. Ty Cartier. Ty Cartai for my Seattle Kraken. Rasmus Dahlin for the Sabres. Rasmus Dahlin. Mrs. Junkwax has graced us with her presence, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, my love. Good to see you, babe. Lucas Reichel for up there in the Chicago area on the die cut. Stardate 3000. Chris Letang. Oh, hell yeah. Andrei Vasilevsky on our very first EX2000 autograph. Going to Mr. Wyatt Rodenbeck and the Lightning.
Oh my God!
That is magnificent. Congratulations, Wyatt. Bro, that is an on-card autograph, too. Woo-wee! Nice. It is not numbered, but very, very cool. Top loading that one up for you, buddy. Sorry, folks, I kind of freaked out. That's our very first EX2000 autograph. Congratulations again, Wyatt. Outstanding. All right, let's finish strong, shall we? Little Jack Hughes for the Jersey Devils. Tyson Forrester. Tommy Wilson. Hugh McGing for the Blues. Johnny Hockey. Rest in peace to Johnny Gaudreau. And Ivan Miroshnichenko. Miroshnichenko. The Ivan variety. Finishing that one off. All right, legends. It is time for those pack number 4s. I got a couple of sleevers here. Allow me just a moment. We will go back and do a recap. Don't you worry. If you have just come in here halfway through the break. And like I said, Dylan, we will have another hockey breakup very, very soon. Alex Wayne. So that autograph is 1 in every 576 hobby packs. Damn! That's a huge pull, buddy. That is not just a case hit. If it's 1 in every 576 packs, that's like a pallet hit. Damn. Well, congratulations, Wyatt Rodenbeck. That's fantastic. I am stoked we could pull that together. And Mrs. Junkwax is over here in the chat. She says, I just ordered some more hockey hobby boxes. Thank you, my love. Perfect timing. Alrighty. I'm going to top load this die cut up for Mr. Trevor Taylor. Thank you again, Rob Richardson, for paying that forward to the family. You legend. I know Mr. Taylor is very, very appreciative. All right. Pack number 4 is everybody. That's right, Dutchie. Good luck. And thank you, Alex Wayne, for looking those up, my brother. I appreciate it. Thank you, Jordan Walters. I agree. Good to see you again. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Are the Razzies full? All right, legends. Good luck. We have a Sebastian Aho, Simon Edvinson, number to 99, Matthew Poitras for the Bruins. Would you just look at it? That is beautiful. And that is 85th on print to 99 on the Poitras. And that goes to Mr. Rob Richardson. Speaking of good karma, how about for the Rangers? And that goes to Wyatt Rodenbeck, the 299 on the Artemi Panarin, as Melody would say, the bread man. Ilya Sorokin. Connor Bedard. Gotta love those pack number 4s there for you, Miss Melody. Hell yeah. Alexis is on fire, Lafreniere, and Rafael Lavoie for the Edmonton Oilers. Finishing that one off. There you go, my dear friends. Another juicy Junk Wax Vintage Family break in the books. Allow me just a moment for a little sleeving, and we will do a quick little recap. There you go, Miss Melody. Shout out to Mrs. Junk Wax. I think she's our good luck charm. Essential Credentials on the Matthew Poitras. Gosh, that's a cool card. Congratulations, Rob Richardson. Another good karma. All right, recap. So we start with an honorable mention on that Connor Bedard. I'm actually going to top load that one up for you, Miss Melody, just to be on the safe side. There you go, my friend. Speaking of Connor Bedard, so nice you got him twice, Miss Melody. Jake Sanderson, 4th on print to 25 for the Senators. Taj Thompson to 299 for the Blues. Or excuse me, the Sabres. Claude Giroux to 499 for Ottawa. Juraj Slavkovsky for the Canadiens to 499. Andrei Vasilevsky on that huge autograph. And that goes to Mr. Wyatt Rodenbeck. Thank you so much, Lenny Schroeder. Nice to have you over there on YouTube, my friend. Welcome. Artemi Panarin to 299 for the Rangers. Matthew Poitras to 99 for the Boston Bruins. Nazem Kadri to 499 for the Flames. Ovi, the $4.99 for the Capitals. And that last but not least on the die cut, All or Nothing, Sidney Crosby. And again, that was gifted from Mr. Rob Richardson to Trevor Taylor. And I am uber grateful. Thank you as always, Rob Richardson. All right, legends. Let me put these off to the side. Mr. Jordan Walter says, I am curious.
Oh, yeah. What kind of a question you want to ask her?
He says, how many packages do you send out a day? It's got to be a ton. Haha. Mr. Walters. So we actually ship once a week. So keep in mind, folks, I know there's a lot of new people in here. We do not ship after every single break. We do not ship after every single retail purchase. We do things just a little bit differently here. We allow you to buy throughout the week. We package everything up over the weekend and send it out to you the following week. So typically, to answer your question there, Mr. Walters, it's been a really, really cool thing to witness. So just a short 2.5, 3 years ago, we were sending off like maybe 20 or 30 packages a week, right? Now we are up to 500 packages per week. Shout out to Mrs. Junkwax, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I am so sorry. Mrs. Junkwax says between 200 and 300 per week. So I know we had some big weeks back there in the past, my love. But yeah, 200 to 300, still, that is astonishing. So thank you to Mrs. Junkwax for packing all those amazing packages. We love you, babe. The best CEO this side of the Mississippi, in my humble opinion. Thank you, honey. Good question, Mr. Walters. All right. Let's refresh that shop, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like we might have some full Razzies, my friends. But we might be busting into a football break this morning. Allow me just a moment, please. I believe I have these in my email box. Shout out to Mrs. Junkwax. So, my love, I see the Ravens and the Bengals. Do we have the other ones? I could not agree more, Jeff Rotel. Thank you, legend. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Excellent. All right, so we'll just go ahead and start with the Bengals. Let me refresh that shop real quick, make sure I'm not missing anything. I agree, Jordan Walters. And shout out to the CEO who makes all that possible. Miss Melody, I see the pre-grade on the Connor Bedard. Very nice. I will pull that for you. Mr. Todd O'Hara in our 8 Hobby Box Baseball Mixer taking down the Tigers. Thank you so much, Todd. Got you locked in there, my good man. Thank you, sir. Next, Mr. Perlman, Seth. Oh, hell yeah. Taking 6 spots in our 44th round of 2025 Donruss. Beautiful. Let's get you locked in here. Mr. Perlman. Long time no see, Seth. Hope you're doing well, my man. Another OG of the family rolling up in here today. So we have 1, 2, 3, 5. Allow me just a moment, my friends. Interesting. We also have spot number 13 and 30 for Seth. There we go. Thank you again, Mr. Perlman. And next, oh hell yeah, the legend himself, Mr. Alan White, snagging some Razzie spots. And I see a whole bunch of them. Thank you so much, Alan. Next, we have Cody Custer taking down the Diamondbacks, and I already got that one locked in. So we are solid. All right, Mrs. Junkwax has now sent me some Razzies. So, folks, let's get into a football break, shall we? We have Leaf Eclectic Football, 2025 Illuminance Football, 2025 Score Football, 2024 Contenders Football with 5 more autographs. And last but not least, good old Certified for a couple more autographs. Frank, that is the Billy Ripken F-Face Error, my friend, in a PSA 9 slab. Excuse me. Onward, I believe all the Razzie spots are full, my man. Sorry about that, buddy. Thank you so much, Mr. Peacharelli. I appreciate the warm welcome to Bubba3, also known as Mr. Jeremy Farwell. Great to have you over here, Jeremy. And Jeremy, I'm so sorry, my man. There is not a way to flip your subscription from TikTok to Twitch. Those platforms do not play nice with each other. But you are more than welcome to let your TikTok subscription expire. And then if you want to subscribe over here on Twitch, I'd be very grateful. Thank you so much, Mr. Farwell. I appreciate you, brother. All right, legends. You know what we must do. We got to knock out some Razzies before we get into this break. Very cool, Frank. Nice, buddy. Excellent to have you this morning. And Mrs. Junkwax. Oh, I am so sorry, Mrs. Junkwax. I misunderstood. So I am so sorry, my friends. I sincerely apologize. We are not getting into a football break. We still have 5 spots remaining. Yikes. I am so sorry, my friends. But the good news is we will go ahead and knock out those Razzies and find out who gets those teams. And then we'll knock out some more Razzies probably. And we'll go from there. Thank you, Mrs. Junkwax. I appreciate that. Typically, we wait until the very, very end to do the Razzies, but we'll do it just a little bit different today. No sweat. So we are going to start with the Bengals. And now, my friends over here on TikTok, if you would like to make the switch to Twitch to watch these races, you are more than welcome to do so. So I do apologize to my TikTokers. We are live on 5 separate platforms, per usual. Unfortunately, there's only one platform out of all 5 of those that cannot see the moose races, and that is TikTok. So if you want to make the switch to Twitch or YouTube, even if just for a couple of minutes, I think you might not want to miss them. They're kind of fun. Thank you, Dutchie. Shout out to Uncle Moosey. All right. Let's do it. That's a lot of moose. So shout out to Robert Parkinson, Dougie Fresh, Bill Bolus, Balake Juno, Richard Ortwich, Robert Parkinson, Balake Juno, Action Gaston, Dr. Moriarty, and Robert Parkinson. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, my family, we have started a thick with 4 C's and extremely thankful Thursday morning. Folks, this is a very, very special hype train. We have a Golden Kappa hype train, and we have only gotten a handful of these in the history of this channel. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to take this thing to a hype train level 6, I am ridiculously excited to bust into another Junk Wax Vintage Hitbox. And of course, my friends, the offer always stands. There is never any pressure, but if we take it to hype train level 12, you get to give away 2 of them. And that level 12 hype train hitbox is a doozy. I'm telling you. I'm indescribably excited to see who gets that one. All right, legends. Let's see if we can't hit some hype train luck on the race. 30 seconds on the clock. And whoever wins is going to get the Bengals. All right? Some WKRP. Good luck. Mr. Parkinson on the front side, Mr. Parkinson on the back side, and Balake Juno taking a huge hole shot. Damn! Balake Juno with a commanding lead, but oh no, he's falling back to the middle of the pack. It is Balake Juno in the number 1 spot, Richard Ortwich in the number 2 spot, but here comes Bill Bolus, taking over the lead. With 8 seconds to go, shout out to Lane Frost. It is Bill Bolus in the number 1 spot, Balake Juno on the bubble, but Robert Parkinson coming back like a Colombian marching powder imbibing moose and taking the win. Congratulations, Robert Parkinson. For the Bengals. Beautiful. Congratulations, Robert Parkinson. All right. Let's run it again. Second race is going to be for the Dirty Birdies, the Ravens. We have Rich Adams, our Canadian cousin, Dougie Fresh, Miss Melody, Quentin Heineken, Melody, Cody Custer, Alan White, Action Gaston, Cody Custer, and Melly P. And Legends, we are already at Hype Train level 2 on that Golden Kappa Hype Train. Thank you so much, Mr. Grigsby. Thank you, Alex Wayne. Thank you, Bubba. I see the 300 beautiful unicorn bits there, my legend. I appreciate you, brother. All right, 30 seconds on the clock. Good luck. This is for the Ravens. And we have Melody on the front side, Rich Adams on the back side. And Dougie Fresh taking the whole shot. There you go, Mr. Fain. Oh no, he pulled a moose string. Miss Melody taking over the number 1 spot with about a half a moose link lead. 15 seconds to go. Nicely done, Melly P. That's a lot of moose. Cody Custer in the number 3 spot. Dougie Fresh taking over the lead with 8 seconds to go. Goodness gracious, Doug. But it's going to be a photo finish, folks. They are neck and neck. But Mr. Quentin Heineken, wow. At the last second, my man, turning on the NOS. Congratulations, Quentin, on the Ravens. Got you locked in there, legend. Congratulations, Quentin, on the Dirty Birdies. All right, next, my dear friends, we are moving on to the Panthers. Some North Kakalaki. There we go. Holy Alan White. Nicely done, Alan White. Stephen Grigsby and Miss Melody rounding this one out. 30 seconds on the clock. Again, my friends, this is for the North Kakalaki Panthers. Good luck. And Wyatt, I see those beautiful bits. Thank you so much, good sir. We are up to 5% on Hype Train level 2 with 2.5 minutes to go. As always, my dear friends, if that Hype Train needs to pull into the station, that is 1,000% okay. But man, it would be fun to give away a Junk Wax Vintage Hitbox this morning. All right, let's go. Good luck. Mr. Alan White on the front side, Alan White on the back side, Alan White taking the whole shot. Weird. I'm just kidding. Miss Melody in front for a moment. Stephen Grigsby with his free cable with a half a moose link lead. 15 seconds to go. It's Mr. Grigsby in the number 1 spot. Alan White on the bubble. But Melody coming up quick, taking over the lead with 8 seconds to go. And Melody's moose is moving pretty quick. But Mr. Alan White is a little bit quicker. And Alan White taking home the Panthers. Congratulations, Alan. I'm so sorry, Melody. That was so close. All right, my dear friends, we have one left. It is the Cleveland Browns. Shout out to my buddy, Mr. Tim Hudson, a resident Cleveland fan in the family. Johnny Mesco, very well. How are you doing this morning, my man? And that is right. That is a Golden Kappa Hype Train, brother. We're at 32% on Hype Train level 2 with about a minute left. Looking like this one might pull into the station, my dear friends, but as always, I am indescribably grateful. Thank you so, so much, especially you, Stephen Grigsby, Alex Wayne, Bubba. I appreciate you all so much. Wyatt, thank you, legend. All right. 30 seconds on the clock. Oh, I'm so sorry. I did not put in the other people. Silly me, Dalen. There we go. So we have Alan White, Dr. Moriarty, Josh Gaston, Miss Melody, and Alan White. And this is for your Cleveland Browns and their 17 quarterbacks. Good luck. Alan White taking the whole shot in the number 6 Moose. But coming up quick is Alan White and his number 8 Moose. And Dr. Moriarty coming out of the backfield with that number 5 Moose. Alan White taking the lead again. Mr. Brandon Moriarty on the bubble. Josh Action Gaston in the number 3 spot with 12 seconds to go. And Alan White has a whole Moose length lead. Damn! I don't know if anybody's going to catch Alan. Oh no! He caught himself though. He pulled a Moose string, but Alan White still takes the win with the number 2 Moose. Congratulations, Alan White. On the Browns. All right. That gets us a little closer, my dear friends. There you go. All the Razzies that are full have been run. Marquez Shots says, when did the junk wax era end? So, generally speaking, we think of junk wax from 1985 to 1995. But that is a very loose bracket, if that makes sense. Sometimes there's some 96, sometimes there's some 85, 84. You just never know. Good question, Marquez Shots. All right, so folks, we have the Bucks, the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Jets, the Lions, the Saints, and the Seahawks. And as soon as we fill those last spots, we are ripping into all 5 of those beautiful, beautiful football hobby boxes. And of course, if you would like to participate, all you have to do is head on over to junkwaxvintage.com. But for now, these boxes will be safe. All right, let me snag myself a little sippy. Andrew Irvin, the Cowboy Show as sold. Why, thank you, my good man. I'll double check that right now. Let's find out. I am refreshing that shop real quick here, folks. Oh, thank you, Jordan Walters. Snagging down some 1990 NBA hoops. Times 2. Let's see if we can't find you an MJ. Maybe that elusive Mark Jackson. Thank you, Jordan. We will bust into those in just a moment, my friend. But I want to double check that I'm not missing the Cowboys here. Yep, that is Mr. Wyatt Rodenbeck on the Cowboys. There you go. Got you locked in. Thank you so much, Andrew Irvin. I appreciate you, brother. Beautiful. So down by 1. And now we have the Eagles, the Saints, the Seahawks, the Jets, and the Lions, and the Bucks. And then we are ripping. So I believe Mrs. Junkwax might put up some more Razzies today for those spots. Oh, actually, I stand corrected. She already did. So my dear friends, my family, those Razzies are live. Write me out. So if you want to get in on a chance to get one of those teams for like $6 or $7, you can do that. Right meow. All right, Jordan Walters, my brother. I appreciate you snagging these down from junkwaxvintage.com and let me rip them together. As I say almost every single day, I believe it is always fun to rip into packs, right? But in my humble opinion, it's just a little bit more fun to rip into packs with 50 to 100 of your best friends. And that is what we do here almost every single day. So thank you so much, Mr. Walters. And ladies and gentlemen, we have been here for 2 hours and 30 minutes on this thick with 4 C's and very thankful Thursday and some quality family time this morning. So I am going to go ahead and make that last call. Folks, if you would like to rip something down from junkwaxvintage.com, you are absolutely invited to do so. But if you want to wait until later tonight, that's okay too. Because you already know, homies, I will be back here at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, same junk time, same junk channel. And we get to do it all over again. So, Let's go, Jordan Walters. Good luck, buddy. Dutchie making the switch to Twitch. Thank you so much, John Van Dyke. Getting pretty close on that 8 hobby box mixer as well in the baseball. Down to 10 teams remaining. All right, starting out, little Brian Shaw for Baston. The Shermanator, Herman Douglas. Harry Porter, Harold Presley. The Worm, my son's PC. Mr. Dennis Rodman. Jim Peterson. Old Billy Bedford, Double Ott for Detroit. Mark Alari. Paul Pressey. Walter Davis for the Nuggies. Buck Johnson with Magic Johnson, co-starring. Couple of 1-2 Johnsons. The Mailman, Mr. Karl Malone with Isaiah Thomas co-starring. How about some Pearl Jam, also known as Mookie Blaylock. And that is a very, very nicely centered Mookie Blaylock. Beautiful. So believe it or not, folks, some of these cards in a PSA 10 slab can be kind of valuable. You just never know. I'm going to sleeve that one up for you just to be on the safe side. So there are people out there that are trying to collect what is called a PSA registered set. So that means that every single card is registered with PSA to be owned by that individual. So there's always people out there looking for PSA 10s of even the base cards, even people that you wouldn't think of. Kevin Edwards or Bienvenidos a Miami. Zoronis Marcelionis. Oh, hell yeah. Congratulations, Jordan Walters. One of the most iconic basketball cards of the 90s, Michael Jordan. And that is nicely centered also, buddy. Just a hair to the left. Like literally a hair. That's a nice one. Sleeving that one up for you as well, Jordan. Jordan for Jordan. Appropriate. And that is a 35-point Junk Wax Vintage brand new top loader for you there, Mr. Walters. All right, let's finish strong, shall we? That's right, Mr. Walters. I love it, buddy. Vlade Divac, rookie for the Lakers. Reggie Miller. Roy Tarpley for Right Up the Road in Dallas. Harry Catledge with Michael Thompson co-starring. Klay Thompson's daddy. How about a fat lever? Lafayette Lever. Del Harris. Dan Shays for the Nuggies. Clapping them Maurice Cheeks. Shout out to Miss Melody. Benny Johnson. Former Seattle Supersonic Mr. Detlef Schrempf. Got to meet him when I was like 12. Mr. Eric Floyd. Uwe Blob for San Antonio. Joe Wolf. And Todd and the Wet Sprocket. Murphy. Mr. and Mrs. Murphy's boy. Finishing that one off for Minnesota. Beautiful. Well, there you go, brother. Excellent couple of packs there, my man. That Michael Jordan is magnificent. And I am going to top load that Mookie Blaylock just to be on the safe side for you, buddy. So you have the option to maybe send that one in someday if you want to. Because I'm telling you, folks, that is what perfect centering looks like in 1990 NBA hoops. That's a nice one, buddy. Beautiful. All right. Congratulations on 2 top loaders out of that one, brother. And Jordan, it is always my pleasure, my good man. Thank you. And I sincerely hope that that is just a beautiful, beautiful rip in a long line of beautiful rips, my man. Thank you, Jordan. Glad you're in the family, my brother. Oh, wow. Did you guys just hear that? My stomach just barked big time. Woo! Haven't heard one like that in a while. Alrighty, Mr. Walters. Going in your pile, my man. Thank you again, Jordan. All right, my legends. We have called a beautiful last call. I'm going to refresh that shop for possibly the last time on this thick with 4 C's and very thankful Thursday morning. And thank you so much, Mikey, for putting that in the chat, buddy. That is super, super helpful. Much appreciated, my man. Mikey says, pretty sure your stomach just literally said burrito in perfect English. You're right. You did hear it. Excellent. All right, let's refresh. Oh, hell yeah. Mr. Alan White taking down the Eagles in our 5 hobby box football mixer. Cannot thank you enough, Alan. Getting us a little closer. And my friends, it looks like up there at junkwaxvintage.com, we have Razzies for the Jets, the New Orleans Saints, the Detroit Lions. So Jets, Saints, Lions. So Bucks and Seahawks are still buyable if you want. It appears. Anyway. Oh, nope. I think Mrs. Junkwax might be making those Razzies right now for those last 2 teams. I stand corrected. So there you go. It looks like we're going to have Razzies up for each and every one of those teams. And the Razzie spots are $6. Or for the Lions, they're $7.20 per spot. And it looks like the Saints is actually almost full. We have 2 spots left in the Saints Razzies. It is only $6 a spot. In the Jets Razzies, we're halfway there. Only $6 a spot. And in the Lions Razzie, we are halfway there as well. $7.20 per spot for those Lions. Oh my Lanta, the spots are literally flying before my eyes, ladies and gentlemen. The Jets are now down to 3 spots left. The Lions are now down to 2 spots left. You trying to rip into a football break this morning? Threaten me with a good time, my dear friends. If you want to fill these Razzies right now, and if you want to bust into this football break this morning, I will be your Huckleberry. I'll give you just a couple of minutes, my friends. I will put the ball in your court. If we fill these Razzies, we will bust this football break this morning. Mr. Peachereely. I love it, brother. I got a fever, and the only prescription is more moose races. Shout out to Uncle Moosey. And Onward says Alan White should have his name on the JWVCC Hall of Fame. You're right. Stephen Grigsby, the Saints is sold out. Excellent. Let's do it. So I think Mrs. Junkwax will send me that list in just a moment. Allow me just a second here, my friends. That is correct, Jordan Walters, yes. Thank you, Jim Cos. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate your assistance over there, moderator extraordinaires. John Van Dyke, thank you. Stephen Grigsby, thank you. Miss Melody, thank you. Alan White, beautiful. Why, thank you, Mrs. Junkwax. You rocked my face off. Twice. And then once again in the morning. All right. I am refreshing again. I do not see it yet, but I know it's coming. Thank you, Mrs. Junkwax. I know she's working on it over there. We are going to run the Saints Razzie here in just a moment, my friends. Ooh, and it looks like we got our 1991 Fleer basketball also. So we will definitely have that in the shop tonight. We're going to go Provisions Hunting and Basketball for the very first time here on this channel. Oh, hell yeah. So the Jets Razzie is also sold out, my friends. And there is 2 spots left in the Lions Razzie. It is $7.20 per spot. I see that. Thank you, Steven. And thank you again, Mrs. Junkwax. Thank you, Dutchie. I appreciate the recognition there, my good man. Mr. Amerman, Dylan Pye, Cody Simons, Bubba, Jaime, my Swedish chef, the Upside Down, Mr. Cygnus, Matthew Valencia. Thank you so much this morning, my friends. I see those beautiful TikTok gifts over there, helping to keep this channel on the rails. One beautiful tiny diny and rose at a time. Much appreciated, y'all. Onward says Seahawks are still awaiting to go up. That is correct, yes. And damn right, Stephen Grigsby. He is always killing it. I think I'm the luckiest guy on planet Earth to have Mrs. Junkwax. Still looks like we have 2 spots remaining on the Lions. But she is working on those other Razzies right now. So it looks like we're going to run the Jets and the Saints. I've got the Saints right here. All right. Thank you again, Mrs. Junkwax. Let's see who gets those New Orleans Saints, shall we? In this race, we have Stephen Grigsby, Mr. Alan White. Holy cow, it's just Stephen Grigsby and Mr. Alan White. Love you, boys. Let's see who gets those world champion Eagles. It's a 50-50 shot. 30 seconds on the clock. Good luck. Oh, Alan White bought the Seahawks and the Eagles. Thank you, sweetheart. I did not see the Seahawks. There you go. Got them locked in. All right. 30 seconds on the clock. Good luck. Mr. Alan White on the front side, Stephen Grigsby on the back side, and Mr. Alan White with the whole shot. But oh my Lanta, he's fallen back to the middle of the pack. Oh no. It is all Alan White at the moment, Stephen Grigsby on the bubble. 15 seconds to go. We are halfway there, ladies and gents. And it looks like Mr. Alan White in the number 1 and 2 spot. And 3 spot, Stephen Grigsby. Coming up quick, though, with 4 seconds to go. Oh, wow. It's going to be a photo finish. But Mr. Alan White takes home the Saints. Valiant effort, Stephen Grigsby. I'm so sorry, brother. All right. Next is going to be the Jets. And I do not have that Razzie yet, but I know Mrs. Junkwax is working on it. Toby Luna, ¿cómo está, hermano? Great to see you over there on the YouTube, my man. Mil gracias. Siempre. I see you, Mr. Grigsby. I know it, buddy. Alan White is one of the luckiest duckies here in this family. I swear to gosh. But I also think it's good karma, because Alan White has been nothing short of amazing to some of the members of this family, me included. So Alan White, by the way, brother, I can't stop looking at that jersey. I showed it off to my entire family over the weekend. All right, folks. Let's refresh that shop real quick, see where we're at. Oh, hell yeah. Mr. Glenn Poling taking down one of the spots on the Lions. Thank you so much, you legend. Folks, we might be busted into a football break this morning. Damn right, Mikey. I agree with that statement, sir. I know it, Steven. I know it. He stole your Panthers and now the Saints. How rude. I'm just kidding. I appreciate you being a good sport, buddy. So, legends, we are down to 1 spot remaining in the Lions Razzie. 10 teams remaining in the 8 hobby box. 21 spots left in the Bo Jackson. 20 spots remaining in the 2025 Donruss. And 23 spots left on that first off the line Chronicles break. Thank you so much, sweetheart. She says I have the Jets Razzie in here. Yes, I sure do. Thank you again, Mrs. Junkwax. All right, folks. Let's run another one. So many moose races. We have JVD, Mr. John Van Dyke, also known as Dutchie. Alan White, Melly P. Alan White, Dutchie, Alan White, Melly P, Alan White, Melly P, and Alan White. Excellent. 30 seconds on the clock. Good luck. Let's see who gets the Jets. We have Alan White on the front side, Dutchie on the back side. Alan White taking the whole shot one more time. And Miss Melly P had the lead for just a moment with that number 2 moose. But it is Melly P with the number 8 moose with about a quarter moose length lead. And now we're falling back to the middle of the pack. Holy cow, they were all even there for a moment. Mr. Dutchy pulling away from the pack. Holy cow, sir. Somebody check that man's Colombian marching powder. And JVD taking the win. Congratulations, Dutchy, on the Jets. Dutchy and the Jets. Oh, Alan White. You want me to give the New Orleans Saints to Jimmy Nuge, buddy?
This is the coolest thing I have ever seen.
Of course I will, Alan. And I cannot thank you enough, my brother. Jimmy Nuge has been going through it lately. He just lost a very, very dear friend of his roommate passed away. So I know you're going to hit him in the feels with that one, my man. More than you even know, Alan White. Thank you, brother. Alrighty. Let's see if that Lions Razzie is filled yet. And thank you again, Alan White, for paying that forward to the family, my man. Oh, hell yeah. Uncle Moosey. Taking down the last spot in the Lions Razzie. Mrs. Junkwax, I assume you were working on that Razzie? I would love to run the Lions. And we are down. Did somebody grab the Bucks? Because I think I'm still showing Bucks available. Got Jimmy locked in on the Saints, my friend. Thank you, thank you. All right, Mrs. Junkwax, we will divide and conquer. I'll find out who has the Bucks if you're working on that Razzie. Thank you, sweetie. That is Mr. Robert Parkinson on the Bucks. Robert Parkinson. There you go. Beautiful. Oh, my apologies. Johnny. I will keep that in mind, my brother. Shout out to Mrs. Dutch. My apologies. Sorry about that, brother. Sorry about that, Mrs. Dutch. Johnny it is. Old Johnny 5. All right. The Lions Razzie is complete. Let's go back to the inbox here, folks. And I assume I will get that in just a moment. And we are almost full, my dear friends. So we're going to fill out the Lions Razzie. And then we're busting into all 5 football boxes. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Yep, I got it. Outstanding. Let's do it one more time, folks. Last Razzie. Unless we have another hype train. So we have Mr. Alan White, Melly P, Alan White, Melly P, Alan White, Uncle Moosey, Alan White, Glenn Poling, Alan White, and Melly P. Good luck to each and every one of you. Let's see who gets those Lions. Here we go. Melly P on the front side, Mr. Alan White on the back side, Glenn Poling taking the whole shot. Nicely done, Glenn. And Uncle Moosey coming out of the backfield. Number 6, Alan White in the lead with almost a full Moose Link lead. Now a half Moose Link lead. Miss Melly P is coming up quick. And Miss Melody about to take over the lead. But it's going to be a photo finish, folks, with 3 seconds to go. And Uncle Moosey! Congratulations, Uncle Moosey. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing, folks. I cannot write that any better. Hell yeah. Uncle Moosey, I hate to put you on blast, brother, but I know for a fact that you purchased that spot to fill this break. And I appreciate it more than you will ever know, brother. And I am so stoked that you got that spot. That's right, Mikey. You can't out-moose the moose in a moose race. All right, legends. That is another absolutely beautiful full break sheet. If you would like to take a screenshot, feel free. And let's bust into 5 football boxes, y'all. Allow me just a moment. Our 2024 contenders, and the pièce de la résistance, that 2024 certified. They are so pretty. I know it, Uncle Moosey. I love you, brother. Thank you so, so much. It is my pleasure, good buddy. One of the oldest of OGs of the entire family. Gosh, I love me some Uncle Moosey. Folks, I know this sounds a little dramatic, but we would probably not be here right now without Uncle Moosey. Oh, love you, buddy. Thank you again, brother. I hope you know how special you are to this channel, my friend. All right. So I hope we all know who we have. I think we will start with some good old score football. We'll get the bulk out of the way here. For possibly the last time on this thick with 4 C's and very thankful Thursday morning, you know what we must do. We shout, grippeth. And we shout, rippeth. Good luck. Carson Ryan, hi buddy, how are you? Good to see you. Folks, if you would allow me a moment for a spot of housekeeping, I am stepping on wrappers down here and it kind of sucks. Give me just a moment, please. All right, so much better. There we go. Thank you. So, my friends, we have been really, really lucky in the score football department. We have found a couple of boxes that had extra autographs in there. Let's see if we can't do it again. Empty box number 1. Pack number 4, ectomy. Put all those pack number 4s right up there. We'll rip those last. Alrighty. Good luck. Here we go. Aw, Miss Melody, I would love to find another Arch Manning autograph. We have already found one. We got very, very lucky. It was our very first box, too. Jeff Rautel, I could not agree more, my brother. Thank you. You were absolutely right. Shout out to the Moose. All right, round 1. We're going to cruise through some base on these, folks, because we've seen quite a bit of score football. But we have a deuce, Mr. Emmett Smith for Dem Boys on the Men of Canton. Caleb Williams on the Emerged for the Bears. Tyleek Williams on the scorecard for the Lions. Little Bo Nix in there. How about Tyler Warren for the Colts on the Hot Rookies? Shadur Sanders, one of the 17 Browns quarterbacks. Tui Malolu on the scorecard for the Colts, rookie. Skipping through some base. How about Mason Graham for the Browns, rookie on the draft? Isaac of the Bruce for the Rams on the Men of Canton. Zach Ertz for Washington on the scorecard. Now remember, folks, you will still get all these base cards. Even though we don't stop to go through them, you will get them all. How about Savion Williams is our very first autograph for the Packers, and that goes to Mr. Anderson. Michael, I believe this is your very first break with us, my man. Congratulations. Little first break magic. Drake May on the franchise. Ooh, and we have something juicy back here. Devin Hester for the Bears. Alvin, Simon, and Theodore Kamara on the franchise for the Saints, going to Jimmy Nuge. And numbered to 50, Marshawn Lattimore for the Washington Commanders on the Gold Zone, 33 out of 50. Beautiful. I chucked a Rome Odunze. We have a Fred Warner, Josh Allen, John Elway, and Jalen Hurts on the base. Finishing off round number 1. Some sleevers in there, my friends. That is 33 out of 50 on the Lattimore. And that goes to Mr. Alan White. Another good karma for Mr. Alan White. And folks, I think we're going to find a whole bunch of autographs in round number 2. Because we only found one in round number 1. Again, Michael Anderson. Congratulations, buddy. Little rookie auto to get us started. Moving on. Jared Brown. Good afternoon, my man. You're watching your Red Sox right now. Story with a solo home run. Beautiful. Nice. I forgot Trevor Story now plays for the Red Sox. All right, here we go. Round 2. Starting off with my Sea Chickens. And our very first autograph out of round number 2 goes to the Cowboys. And that is Wyatt Rodenbeck, Phil Maffa, rookie auto. Jalen Dalen Carter for the Eagles, going to Mr. Alan White on the franchise. Texan legend, Mr. Earl Campbell. Micah McFadden for the Giants on the scorecard. Ooh, we have another number to 50 back there. But before we get to that, Mike Evans for the Bucks, also known as Mic'd Up in Bo Jackson's Battle Arena. My cousin, Hectoroya McMillan for North Kakalaki on the Emerged, rookie. How about Jamian Sherwood? And my friends, that is numbered to 10. Beautiful. Congratulations to the Jets, Johnny Van Dyke, also known as Dutchie. And that is 8th on print to 10. Uploading that one up for you there, Johnny. Congratulations there, brother. Excellent. On the stand he goes. Moving on. I saw a bus in there. How about C.D. Lamb for Dem Boys on the franchise? Trey Harris on the hot rookies for the Colts. Michael Pittman Jr., back-to-back Colts, and that is numbered to 250 on the showcase. You are very welcome there, Dutchie. Congratulations, bro. Cam Scatabo, my son's PC, on the draft. Caleb Williams on the franchise for Da Bears, going to Mr. Jones. Shout out to Drew. Kellen Winslow for the Chargers on the Men of Canton. Another showcase for the Commanders. About some Luvu, the 250. And some base cards. Finishing off the round number 2. So I still think we have a couple of autographs hiding in those pack number 4s. That's going to be fun. We will get into those shortly. But we are going to move on. Let's get into some 2024 certified. Couple of sleevers here. E-Dub, what's up, buddy? Says Dalen, I saw a 1-of-1 Puka animation pulled out of Luminance last night. That's sick. I hope we find one ourselves. That would be awesome. All right, little spot of housekeeping. That's better. We are moving on to box number 2, my friends. Good luck. Empty box. Pack number 4 to the side. And again, folks, we will bust all those last. We're going to do this in a couple of rounds. Good luck. Always happy to rip into some certified. We have found some really cool cards in this product in the past. I'm hoping we find some more today. All right, round number 1. Starting off with little Daniel Johns for the Giants. James Conner. Anthony Richardson. Our first mirror. It is a bronze mirror for the Bucks. Chris Braswell. And that goes to Robert Parkinson. Rookie. Little filler. Thanks, Panini. Bijan for the Falcons to $2.99 on the Certified Stars. And that goes to Ryan Bruns. Devonta Smith, Tyler Rop, and Lockett for my Seattle Sea Chickens. Devontae Williams, Bijan, Brian Thomas Jr., Kirk Kissing Cousins, Debo, TJ Watt, Malachi Corley for the Jets on an RPA to $3.49. He did not go to Ken Griffey's School of Autograph Signing, but not too shabby. And that goes to Johnny Van Dyke. Congratulations again, Dutchie. I think that one's going to go in a 130-point Junk Wax Vintage Top Loader. There you go, brother. Beautiful. Always happy to find an RPA for Johnny. How about a little Maker Bayfield on the gold team? And folks, just a friendly reminder, we might have a Maker Bayfield rated rookie PSA 10 that can be found in those Junk Wax Vintage hit boxes. Kenneth Walker III, my PC for the Seahawks. Dak Prescott. Puka. Another bronze mirror for the New Orleans Saints going to Jimmy Nuge. Thank you again, Alan White. That is numbered to 275. Well, Derek Carr. Altoona. Gary V's PC on the Immortals for the Jets. And a PSA 10 Kid Reporter. Rounding that one out. Moving on. Round number 2. And we're going to move on to Luminance. 2025 Luminance after this. And then we'll do the 2024 contenders, and we will end with that Leaf Eclectic football. Aw, ladies and gentlemen, my sister is over here in the chat on Twitch. Hi, sis. How you doing? Great to see you over there. Love you. Shout out to the Junk Wax Sissy. All right, Ramondre Stevenson. Dre Greenlaw. You done messed up, Aaron Jones. Darvarius Ward on the silver mirror to $3.49 for the 40 Whiners, going to Mr. Rob Richardson. Shout out to the family pharmacist. Johnny Brooks. Austin Eckler. Return of the Mac. DeAndre Swift. Kyron Williams for the Rams, going to Mr. Alan White on the Certified Ballers Relic. And that is numbered to $2.49 for you, Alan White. Excellent. I love you so much, Mikey. You done messed up, Aaron Rodgers. DJ Mosley. Travis Swift. Shout out to Mrs. Junk Wax. Dalen Hurts. Obi Trice. Real name, no gimmicks. numbered to 400 for the Dirty Birdies. Another filler. Oh, hell yeah. How about a little CJ Stroud on the franchise foundations? Pretty. Raheem, Colonel, Mostert, DJ Moore, Tyreek Hill. On the red mirror, Jalix Hunt. And that goes to the Eagles. Mr. Allen White, one more time, number to 100, rookie. Showing some midriff. You're over at Mom's. Nice. Well, tell Mom hi, and I love her. We got the whole Junk Wax family in the house this morning. Certified Stars A.J. Brown. Another PSA 10 kid reporter. Jaden Reed. Bobby Wagner. Former member of the Legion of Boom for my Seattle Seahawks. Now a Commander. Kyler Murray. Anthony Gould. For the Colts. On the pink new generation, numbered to 299. And that is for Mr. Cody Custer, my fellow Austinite. There you go, brother. And last but not least, some CMC Christian McCaffrey. Shout out to Drewzer. Finishing that one off. Allow me just a moment, my friends, for a spot of housekeeping. And a little sippy. Cheers, my friends. For roast. All right. Allow me just a moment. I want to get these all protected up for you. And I actually need to bust into a brand new pack of 130-point top loaders for these relics. The Talkin' Donut. I cannot thank you enough for the kind word, my friend. I appreciate that so much. He says, came over from TikTok. I must say, I'm new to the channel, haven't purchased as of yet, but when you're on, I'm watching. Thank you so much, my friend. Great to have you in the family. And keep in mind that there is never any purchase or never any pressure to purchase anything at junkwaxvintage.com. But that stuff is up there if you want it. But you are always welcome to just be here, come as you are, hang out with the family. But of course, I'm always very appreciative when people can make purchases from junkwaxvintage.com because it keeps this whole thing on the rails. So nice to have you, Donut. Welcome to the family, buddy. All right, last one. Beta. All right, legends. We are moving right along. Let's go 2025 Luminance. And this is our very first box of this product of this year. Good luck. Talkin' Donut. If I may ask, my friend, where are you from? Empty box. Pack number 4 to the side. We will bust into all those pack number 4s last. Oh, you're from Ohio. Nice, buddy. We have another awesome Ohioan in the house. Well, great to have you, buddy. Talkin' Donut says, I just appreciate seeing a breaker that is down to earth and actually does not try to beef up a $10 card like it's worth millions just for a clip. My man. Well, I appreciate the kind words so much, brother. Thank you. For better or worse, I'm just me, my man. Believe it or not, I am not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm very glad that I am yours, my brother. Welcome to the family. Again, truly appreciate you being here, buddy. All right, we start out with a Dolphin, Mr. Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, the man, the myth, the schnoz, Mr. Joe Namath. Number to 25, Mr. Felton. Ty Felton from Minnesota. And that goes to Timbo T-Wood, number to 25. Congratulations, Timbo. Beautiful. Thank you, Mikey. Top loading that one up. Right meow. 14th on print at 25, Ty Felton for the Vikings. On the stand he goes. Ooh, and we have back-to-back. How about Jamar Chase? $2.99. And we have an autograph coming right after it for the Chargers. Congratulations again to Timbo T. Wood. And it is Natron Means. That's fun. Throwback San Diego Chargers legend. Nice. And that is numbered 169 out of 300. Congratulations, Timbo T. Wood. On the stand he goes. All right, moving on, we have a Brian Burns on the Engaged. I think he's taken down some Russell Wilson. Ouch, kabibbles. Mr. Williams. Mr. Ravel Jr. Quinshawn Judkins. Another PSA 10 kid reporter. Mr. Gary Clark. Kool-Aid McKinstry. Austin Eckler. Dante Culpepper from Minnesota. Xavier Restrepo, numbered to 50. That is gorgeous. Would you just look at it? Beautiful, beautiful card. Going to the Titans, and that is Mean Brad Green. Shout out to 1012. Aren't they cool, Dallas? How about Edwin Arroyo? Another Hurricane, and that is numbered to 700 on the rookie auto. And that goes to my Seattle Seahawks. Congratulations again, Mr. Alan White. On the Vestige, Mr. Josh Jacobs for the Packers. Jackson Dart, rookie for Ole Miss. No, that is not T. Higgins. That is Jaden Higgins for the Texans. Mr. Tootin. Steve Young for the Bucks. Deuce McAllister. Joey B. Maker Bayfield for the Bucks. Henry Ellard, Rams legend, numbered to 199. And folks, check out what's coming next. That is 27th on print to 199 for the Rams. And how about a Drake May Bright Beginnings relic for the Patriots? And that goes to Timbo T. Wood, one of my favorite massholes. On the Fusion, Tyreek Hill for the Dolphins. Ty Felton. So nice you got him twice. From right here in Austin, Texas, Mr. Collins for the 49ers. Mr. Nolan. Another Ole Miss, Walter Nolan for the Arizona Cardinals. And another PSA 10, Kid Reporter. Finishing that one off. So folks, allow me just a moment for a little spot of housekeeping. I could not agree more, talking donut. I love me some Luminance. The only gripe I have about Luminance is I wish there was more cards in the box, right? But it is a very, very nice product. And a moderately priced football product, too. Because a lot of the football boxes are ridiculously expensive. Thank you for bearing with me for just a moment. T-Dub, you are interested in the Natron Means. So that is going to Timbo T. Wood. I don't think Timbo's here with us this morning. But Timbo, if you go back and watch the replay, you have somebody that might want to buy that from you. Your Natron Means autograph. Okie dokie. We good to go. Let's move on to some contenders. Looking for 5 more autographs. After I snag myself a little sippy. Here's, my friends, Roast. Pinkies up because we're fancy. Excuse me. Mr. Ray Wells, top of the afternoon to you, legend. How are you doing today, buddy? Mr. Riley, I am well. How are you? Brian, you just might find some soon. Seth Perlman, welcome back, buddy. And I appreciate you snagging some break spots, my friend. All right, let's go. Talkin' Donut, you still remember when you used to be a breaker back in 2020? You were getting certified 2020 NFL hobbies for like 200 each. Now they're 500 plus. I know it. You are preaching to the choir, my brother. Absolutely right. But that's cool that you used to do breaks too, buddy. Empty box. So you have stumbled across a card club here, my friend. We have been doing this for about 4.5 years, and we have built a community that is truly astonishing. I will never throw shade at another breaker. I will never throw shade at another content creator. But what I will say is I have never seen the kind of generosity, the altruism, the positivity, the camaraderie that we see here at JWV. And that's a fact. And folks, that has absolutely nothing to do with me and everything to do with each and every one of you. So thank you as always, my dear friends, for being a loved and valued member of the family. Mr. Perlman says, I love it here. I was watching on Twitch, but it was going to ads. Yeah, that does happen, Seth. I'm so sorry about that, buddy. If you hit that subscription button, it takes away those ads, just to let you know. There is never any pressure, but if you really don't like those ads and you do want to watch on Twitch, all you got to do is hit that subscription button. But I love having you here, Seth. I appreciate the kind words, my man. Thank you so, so much. And just so you know, to be completely transparent, over on Twitch, from my end, I can set those ads, okay? However, the lowest that I can possibly set them, because they won't let me just take them off. So the lowest I can possibly set them is 3 minutes of ads per hour, and that is exactly how I have them set. So I just want you to know, as far as our income goes here on this channel, I do not look for any income coming from those ads, ever. So I'm sorry that you have to sit through them. Gosh dang it, I hate it too. But yeah, if you hang out over there long enough, you might even get a free subscription. That happens quite often. And that is correct. That's a good call, Ty. So if you have Twitch Prime and Amazon Prime, you actually get a free monthly subscription. And you can use that on any creator you want. Aw, thank you, Cody Custer, you big sweetie. I appreciate the kind words, my man.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. You done messed up Aaron Jones. Irake London, Elaw, Debo, Javonte Williams, Jalen Dalen Wright. Our very first autograph goes to the Dolphins, and that is Mr. Jeremy Farwell, also known as Bubba 3. Beautiful. Talkin' Donut, speak of the angel. Somebody just hit you with a free gifted sub. See what I was talking about? Welcome to the family, Donut. Great to have you, buddy. And Talkin' Donut, if I may ask, my brother, what is your first name? If you haven't noticed, I do try to call everybody on first name basis here. Jay Jetta from Minnesota. Oh, thank you so much, Kobe Luna. Mucho aprecio. Thank you so much, buddy. How about Derek Henry for the Dirty Birdies on the Hall Pass? So folks over here on TikTok, if you ever hear that music like that, please let me know so I can turn it off. Thank you. I can't hear it. Alvin, Simon, and Theodore Kamara. That is correct, Onward. That's correct. Justin Sherbert. IJ Spears. Jair Alexander. Saquon Gnarls Barkley. Sounds awesome, Maddie. I appreciate that, brother. Welcome to the family. So, folks, I know we do have some new people in the house this morning. If it is your very first time, I should say this afternoon. If it is your very first time tuning into these luscious locks, it is absolutely magnificent to have you. My name is Dalen, also known as Junk Wax Vintage. You can find me here almost every single day, starting and ending your days the right way with that daily dose of positivity, some sweet, sweet trading cards, a healthy dose of camaraderie, and always just a couple laughs, typically at my expense. So if you are new here, my friends, and you haven't smacked that follow button yet, what are you doing with your life? I'm just kidding. Kinda. All right, how about Zach Zinter? Double Z on the autograph. And that is 41st on print to 99 on the divisional ticket for the Browns. And that goes to Mr. Alan White. Good looking autograph. And yes, it is Maddie. Yep. Shout out to the Midnight. Looking crazy. What's up, brother? We have had a lot of dope polls today, my man. Thank you for asking. Mr. Roski Doll, welcome back, Keith. All right, we got a couple of 1-2-40 whiners on the Schmeckle, Debo and Brandon. Patty Mahomes on the Supernatural Schmeckle. Amari Cooper. Jalen Dalen Waddles. Kirk Kissing Cousins. Evan Ingram. Christian McCaffrey. Shout out to Drewzer. And we have another Brown. And that is a variation on the rookie autograph. Cedric Tillman. Uploading that one up for you, buddy. He also did not go to Ken Griffey Jr.'s School of Autograph Signing. But that's okay. Could be worse. Nice one. Again, Mr. Alan White. I think it's good karma. Elaw on the winning ticket. Schmeckle. CJ Stroud on the Hall Pass. Schmeckle. Jordan Love. Jalen Dalen Hurts. Shout out to Uncle Smitty. Yay. Jamar Chase. Tyreek Hill. Kyler Murray. Our third autograph is Andrew Coker. Shout out to that Colombian marching powder. For the Raiders. Rookie. And that goes to Mr. Alan White again. Jay Jetta for Minnesota. And Mr. Roski Doll. It absolutely is, my man. Derrick Henry on the winning ticket. And that's a pretty one. Zaire Franklin. George Kittle. Chris Olave. The name's Dalton. Kincaid. Mustache Minshew. Shout out to Washington State University. Go Cougs. Why not Ben Sinnott? For the Commanders. And that is to 149 on the auto. Playoff ticket. CMC Christian McCaffrey. Shout out to Drewzer. And Amon-Ra St. Brown with Puka. And that is a base card, so that one goes to the Lions. And that is Uncle Moosey taking that one. All right, folks. That is the end of the base packs in Luminance. Allow me just a moment to upload some autographs here. We're going to bust into our Leaf Eclectic Football, and then we will get into our pack number 4s. Well, hello there, Fabian. T-Dub, that's a good question, my man. I'd have to double check. Laziale Chicago. Welcome back, my friend. Nice to see you again. And sometimes it does feel like that, right? But to be fair, Mr. Alan White purchased a ton of spots in this one. And even purchased spots for another member of the family. So nothing but love for Mr. Alan White. He deserves every bit of what he gets. All right.
One down, one to go.
Last box magic. And then we're busting into all those pack number 4s. Mr. Henshin, good evening, my brother. Good afternoon, I should say. Thank you, Mean Brad Green. You were absolutely right, my dude. Spot on per usual, my brother. All right. Good luck. Oh, I know it, Laziale. Absolutely. I didn't take it in a negative way. It is just damn good to see you again, my friend. How are you? Anything new or exciting? While we're ripping into our last box here. We are looking at 8 autographs in this one, folks. There's the other half of the Henshin brothers. What's up, E? Great to see you, buddy. I love the positivity. Great to have you again, Laziale. Empty box. All right, my dear friends. Good luck. These are always a lot of fun. Empty box. And just for a heads up, Himbo T-Wood has the college spot. Ooh. I didn't see who it was, but there's a triple autograph in the encased spot. Goodness gracious. I covered it up so I don't see it either. Oh my Lanta. Rob Richardson, you're going to be a very, very happy camper, my brother. I hope you're sitting down. All right, we start off on the Optichrome. Tyrone Tracy. Little double T. We're not talking about Trevor Taylor or Timmy Tebow. And that one is numbered first on print out of 2. Beautiful. And I think that goes to Nate the Great Hopker and the Steelers. How about Kendrick Law on the Optichrome? That is numbered 5 out of 6. I'll have to look that one up. On the Valiant Effort, Taylor Morin from Leaf Valiant. And that is 5 out of 6 on the Morin. Miles Price on your Optichrome. And that one is second on print to 10. Jalen Dalen Lane on the Flash. And that one is numbered first on print to 10. They don't call me the Bookend King for nothing. Stewie's cousin, Will Griffin.
Yes, Lewis. You love Lewis. Yes.
On the Flash Forward. And that is 3 out of 3. Another bookend. And check out the last card here, legends. Mr. Rob Richardson, the family pharmacist. My brother from another mother. I hope you're here, buddy.
Oh my God!
The GOAT. Before Tom Brady. Mr. Joe Montana. And that is second on print to 9. Congratulations, Rob Richardson. And that is a really good looking autograph, too. If that was for my PC, I might be grading that one, buddy. That is sweet. And I got to bust into some brand new 55ers. So for you that are new here today, my dear friends, if you don't know, we do create our own supplies here at JWV. You're more than welcome to head on over to junkwaxvintage.com and snag some for yourself. But full disclosure, we do not have 55ers up in the shop right now because we're running a little low on them. But we will have them back up in the shop within the next couple of weeks. But we do have 35 point, 55 point, 75 point, 100 point, and 130 point. We've got you covered. Congratulations again, Rob. To go in the mountain of autographs that you and I have pulled together, my brother. That is frickin' sweet. Allow me just a moment here, folks, to upload all of these beautiful autographs. And then we will get into our pack number 4s. Good to see you back, Poster Boy. What's up, buddy? Thank you, Dutchie. And you know it, Maddie. Some Montaigne.
My name is Indigo Montoya. You kill my father. Prepare to die.
Give me a hell yeah if you get that reference. Thank you, Uncle Moosey. You always get all of my extremely obscure references. Although that one's not that obscure. Excellent, Rob Richardson. Smart man. Glad to put that one in the grading pile for you there, legend. Okie dokie. Let's see who our encased is here. And I think it's a triple autograph, folks. Good luck. Oh, yeah. Oh, it is not. It is a single autograph of Deuce Knight. How amazing is that on the inscription? Lefty's spin is different. How cool. And that is 29 out of 100 on the Deuce Knight. We'll have to look that fella up. Very, very cool. Alrighty. Let's get into our pack number 4s, shall we? Good luck. And then, of course, my friends, we will do a quick little recap after we're done. I see that grade up there, Rob Richardson. Thank you, buddy. Outstanding. We're going to dual grade that one for you. Beautiful. Deuce Knight goes to the college spot, so that is Timbo T-Wood on that one. Thank you so, so much. Much appreciated. All right, folks. These are your pack number 4s. Good luck. And I think we still have some autographs hiding in these pack number 4s. If I was a betting man, I would say yes. All right, we have a Cortland Sutton, Josie Jewell, Devontae Adams, Will Levis, Tyjae Spears on the playoff ticket numbered to 199 for the Titans. And that goes to Mean Brad Green. There you go, buddy. Our last autograph out of contenders is Kendall Milton for the Eagles, going to Mr. Alan White. Again, congratulations, Alan. That goes to Minnesota, J.J. McCarthy. And last but not least, a strapping young lad of the McConkey for the Chargers. Sleeving that one up for you. And then we're getting into our last pack magic on the Luminance. Oh, we got one more sleever here. Sorry about that. That is 109 out of 199 there for you, Brad Green. All right, last pack magic on 2025 Luminance. And Maddie. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And Maddie, if you want to go check out junkwaxvintage.com, my friend, that is where you can find all the pricing for all the grading. Yes, sir. And we actually provide pre-grading services also, because sending your cards off to be graded is not cheap. And nobody wants to get back a 6 unless you're grading 1954 tops. So we do offer that. I have the same tools that the grading houses use, and then I actually send you a professional pre-grading report when it's all done. You can ask anybody here in the family. Pretty cool system. All right, we start off with Quentin Johnston, and I appreciate you asking, Maddie. Thank you, buddy. Jay Jetta from Minnesota. Elite Egg Breaks. Thank you for sharing out my live, buddy. Mr. Brown for WKRP in Cincinnati. Mr. Hubbard. Oh, hell yeah. How about Luther Burden for Mizzou? And that one is numbered to 249. And that goes to the Bears. Our last autograph at Illuminance from right here in Austin, Texas, Isaiah Bond, 700. Nice. That one goes to the college spot, and that is Timbo T-Wood. On the Engaged, Zaire Franklin. What a cool card. Love that. Mr. Williams for the Patriots, Kyle Williams. I want to talk to Samson. Shout out to Tennessee. And I am still thirsty. Dylan Sampson for the Browns. And last but not least, the Bond So Nice, you got him twice. And that goes to Timbo T-Wood in the college spot. Well, top of the afternoon to you, Brian. Excellent to see you back, my brother. How are you today? And shout out to the Hammer. And we're not talking about Mark Coleman. Good afternoon, Jeff Hansen. And now we're moving into our last pack of certified. Here we go. Always great to see you, Jeff. How you doing today, big man? Big hugs and firm handshakes to you, my brother. You were just in time to see the last end of our 5 hobby box football mixer. All right, we have Jahmyr Gibbs, Amari Cooper, Jay Jetta for Minnesota, Willie Roaf on the mirror image, and 75 going to the New Orleans Saints. And Mr. Alan White purchased the New Orleans Saints for my spoken night brother, Mr. Jimmy Nuge. And Jimmy is going to drop his sandwich when he sees that he pulled a sweet autograph out of this break. Thank you so much, Alan White. It is my pleasure, Maddie. I love that you get my obscure references. Thank you, good sir. About Travis Swift, Mrs. Junkwax's PC on the franchise stars, on the certified stars, excuse me. And then a PSA 10 Kid Reporter. Beautiful. Mr. Rob Richardson over here on the Twitch. He says, fun fact, I had 3 49ers auto before Junkwax Vintage. Now you have 13 of them. I love it so much, Rob. You and I have found a heroic amount of autographs together over these last few years. Love you, brother. All right, let me top load that one up for the news. And then we have 2 more packs, my dear friends, of our 2025 Score Football. And folks, it has been 3 hours and 38 minutes of quality family time this morning. I should say this afternoon now. As always, folks, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. As I have said it before, and I will say it again, I truly believe that we have the best group of Gem Mint 10 human beings in the entire card hobby. Right here in the JWVCC. And that is because of each and every one of you incredible human beings. All right. Last pack magic, everybody. Good luck. Another Sampson. Benjamin Morrison. Jackson Dart. Bursary. Prather. JSN for my Seattle Seahawks. My son's PC on the franchise. Holston Loveland. For the Bears. On the draft. Khalil, 2-pack, Baker. And that is numbered to 250 on the showcase for the Bills. Donovan McNabb, Jalen Dalen Warren, Michael Wilson, Willie Galt, Old Teddy Bruschi, Theo Johnson, Jameson Williams, Brian Robinson Jr., Butta Baker, Tucker Kraft, Dave Craig, my pretty much least favorite Seahawks quarterback ever. Aiden O'Connell. Gavin, welcome back, buddy. Andrew Makuba from right here in Austin. Jalen Dalen Noel. Riley Leonard. Elijah Arroyo for my Sea Chickens. Javon Ravel Jr. Tui Malolu for the Colts on the rookie auto. And that goes to General Cody Custer, my fellow Austinite. There you go, Cody. Egbuka for the Bucks on the draft. Feed me, Seymour. Richard Seymour on the Men of Canton. Myles Garrett for the Browns on the franchise. Theo Johnson, so nice you got him twice on the scorecard. Ray Benson. Bijan, DK. Josie Jewell. Josh Jacobs. Amari Cooper. Adam Thielen. Mr. Johnny Stewart. Drew Bledsoe. From Washington State University. Go Cougs. And Malik Hooker. The only hooker that Mrs. Junkwax is okay with me putting my fingers on.
Giggity, giggity, giggity. All right.
It is hashtag JWAD somewhere, my dear friends. Cheers. That's it, folks. Finishing off another juicy Junkwax Vintage Family Break. So allow me just a moment for a spot of housekeeping. Brian, Rick Myrer was pretty bad. I agree. He's probably my second least favorite. Matt Flynn, he's probably on that list. Jason Hawkins. Agreed. He was not great either. But he holds no candle to Dave Craig. Dave Craig was terrible. Yikes. I remember growing up listening to my family literally cuss at the television when Dave Craig was throwing the football. All right, let's hit a quick little recap. Excuse me. It's like I've been talking for 4 hours or something. Man, we got a lot of numbered cards in this one. Goodness gracious. Let me separate out some autographs here, folks. That's a lot of ink. Damn. All right, we will start with some numbered cards. Okay? A 250 shaker for the Bills. Luther Burden to 249. And that goes to Da Bears. IJ Spears to 199 for the Titans. Henry Ellard for the Rams to 199. Tyreek Hill for the Dolphins on the Fusion. Drake May on the Bright Beginnings relic for the Patriots going to Timbo. The 250 Michael Pittman Jr. for the Colts. Luvu for the Commanders to 250. Jamar Chase to 299 for the Bengals. Braswell to 275 for the Bucks. Bijan to 299 for the Dirty Birdies. Derek Carr to 275 for Jimmy Nugent's New Orleans Saints. Garbarius Ward to 349 for the 40 Whiners. Obi Trice, real name, no gimmicks, to 400 for the Falcons. DJ Stroud on the franchise foundations. Jalix Hunt, Jalix, numbered to 100 for the Eagles. Anthony Gould, to 299 on the rookie relic. Kyron Williams, to 249 on the certified ballers relic for the Rams. Ty Felton, to 25. That's a pretty one. And that goes to Minnesota. Numbered to 10, Jamian Sherwood for the Jets, going to Johnny Van Dyke, also known as Dutchie. Xavier Restrepo to 50 on the Schmeckel, and that goes to the Titans. Marshawn Lattimore, numbered to 50 for the Commanders, and that goes to Mr. Alan White. All right, that is the numbered cards here, folks. Let's check out some autographs. Deuce Knight, numbered to 9 with the inscription. Pretty damn cool. Malachi Corley on the RPA for the Jets, going to Johnny. Zach Zinter for the Browns, numbered to 99, and that goes to Alan White. Natron Means for the Chargers, numbered to 300, and that goes to Timbo T-Wood. Elijah Arroyo, numbered to 700 for my Seattle Sea Chickens, and that goes to Mr. Alan White. Cedric Tillman, rookie for the Browns, going to Alan White. Jalen Wright for the Dolphins, going to Jeremy Farwell, also known as Bubba 3. Why Not Ben Sinnott on the playoff ticket for the Commanders, going to 149. Andrew Coker for the Raiders, base auto. Taylor Morin on the Valiant Effort, and that is numbered to 6. Miles Price on the Optichrome, numbered second on print to 10. Dalen Lane on the Flash, and that one is numbered first on print to 10. Will Griffin on the Flash Forward, another pretty card, and that one is last on print 3 out of 3. Kendrick Law on the Optichrome, and that one is 5 out of 6, penultimate on print. Tyrone Tracy Jr. on the Optichrome, and that one is first on print to 2. Beautiful. Joe Montana going to Rob Richardson. We're going to hold that one out. He already paid for grading on that one. Kendall Milton for the Eagles on the base auto, going to Alan White. Isaiah Bond, that is the college spot, going to Timbo T-Wood. Numbered to 700 on the autograph. Willie Rofe, again, thank you to Mr. Alan White for paying that one forward to Jimmy Nuge. Tui Malolu for the Colts, going to Cody Custer. Savion Williams for the Packers, going to Michael Anderson. And Phil Maffa for Dem Boys. And that one goes to Wyatt Rodenbeck, finishing that one off. Congratulations to those of you that got some sweet, sweet ink. Congratulations to those of you that got some sweet numbered cards in that one. That was a lot of fun. Alrighty, let me make myself a little note here for Rob Richardson. And we are going to refresh that shop one last time, my dear friends. But I think it's time for your boy to go rip into a couple of Red's breakfast burritos. But don't you worry. Don't you fret. I will be back here. Same junk time. Same junk channel. Tonight at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we get to do it all over again. All right, I am refreshing. I see you, Jason Hawkins. You're right, sir. You win. All right, ladies and gents. It is that time, gosh dang it. Parting is such sweet sorrow. But I have a wonderful little outro jingle for you to listen to. And if you want to head on over to junkwaxvintage.com, my friends, throughout the day, always keep in mind, you are 1000% invited to purchase anything from junkwaxvintage.com when this ugly mug is not live. And I actually appreciate it when you do that because it kind of allows us to tentatively plan the show. So thank you so much. That is correct, Maddie. 9 p.m. Eastern, my brother. Yes, sir. Nailed it. All right, legends. Over here on the TikTok side. Hey, you and I both there pinching. Spot on, my man. You are correct. I love me some Reds, especially the breakfast ones. So, if you have never taken a gander over here on Twitch, especially during our outro, it's a lot of fun. So shout out to our buddy Mikey1 who has created some custom cards of yours truly and Mrs. Junkwax. They're absolutely hilarious, my friends. So if you want to take a moment, come over here to Twitch and watch the outro. It's a lot of fun. Hey, thank you so much, Maddie. I hope to see you tonight, my good man. Big hugs and firm handshakes to you. And as always, my friends, if it was your first time here, my name is Dalen. Very nice to meet you. Virtual handshake. Glad to have you here, folks. If you haven't smacked that follow button yet, you might want to, because we do this almost every single day. So, as I have said before, and I will say it again, I truly believe that it is absolutely impossible to go out there and have anything less than a stellar day when you start it right here in the junkyard. Today is no different. And until I see you again, my friends, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to do me a solid. So first and foremost, folks, when you go out there today in all of your daily dealings, please be good to yourselves. Try to use that inner monologue, because we all do. And try to say nice things to yourself that pump yourself up instead of pushing yourself down, right? Practice some positive self-talk today, my friends, because remember, your thoughts become your actions. Your actions become your lifestyle. And your lifestyle at the end of the day, my friends, becomes everything. So it is absolutely vital that you keep up here as positive as humanly possible. So please be good to yourselves. Secondly, please be good to the people around you. And I know what you're going to say. Uncle Junkwax, it is really challenging sometimes, really difficult to pay forward that golden rule. Hey, I get it. Unfortunately, my friends, our world, and especially our card hobby that we love so much, at times can be chock full of a-holes. We do not need any more. We're all set in the a-hole department. What we do need is kindness, patience, tolerance, and empathy. And you, my friends, you have the ability, you have the capacity to be the change that you want to see in the world today. So try to give people a little bit of slack, you know? And lastly, do your absolute damnedest and maintain that attitude of gratitude, my friends. Always remember that it does not matter how bad you think you have it. There's hundreds of thousands of people out there that have it a lot worse. So always remember, folks, there is hundreds of thousands of people out there right this second that would literally unalive somebody in a moment if they told them that they got to trade places with you. I mean it. So, act accordingly, my friends. If you have a roof over your head, if you've got a car that runs, if you've got a job, if you've got family that loves you and trusts you, if you've got a card community that cares about you, you definitely have a short list of things to be grateful for, my friends. So whatever's on your list, I hope you find it today. I hope you let it motivate you throughout this entire Thankful Thursday. And I'm chomping at the bit. Be right back here with you tonight. Same junk time, same junk channel, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you so much, Uncle Smitty. I will keep my ojos peeled. Thank you so much, Brian. We will catch you tonight, you legend. And I love you too there, Bubba3. Thank you, Jeremy Farwell. Maddie, welcome to the family, my man. Great to have you as well. Enjoy your outro jingle, y'all. We'll see you again real soon. Smoochies. I'm such a dork. Love you all. Let's bring it back down, shall we? Thank you, Dennis Matthews. I appreciate you, brother.
We ripped some fire on this Thursday morn with a junker crew from the break of dawn. Dalen ran the stream with that classic smile, and Mrs. Junkwax packed it all with style. Sawyer sorted, Wyatt flew, oh, and helped like he always do. Mikey one was running strong. Teamwork made it sing all show long. The hits came fast, the vibes ran deep, and gratitude's the thing we'll keep. From rips to ships, it was all top tier, with legends showing love and cheer. And if you missed it, don't you fret, head to junkwhacksvintage.com. You're set.
Yes, you did, Mikey. Love you, buddy.
Ooh, yeah.
The blog is live if you want to learn, or grab a break and wait your turn. We've got the heat, we've got the crew, we've got that JWV breakthrough. So thanks for coming, thanks for the chat. We felt the love and we're grateful for that. It's Thankful Thursday and we're not done. We'll see you tonight for more hobby fun. The hits came fast, the vibes ran deep, and gratitude's the thing we'll keep. From rips to ships, it was all top tier, with legends showing love and cheer. And if you missed it, don't you fret, head to junkwhacksvintage.com. You're set.
Mr. Riley, thank you for the rose, my dude.
Ooh, yeah.
Did we miss Baywatch?
You know that I'm the cream of the crop.
When I was tasting you, brother, I found you to be not so bad at all.
And I'm inviting you to come see me and to get it straightened out all in one night, yeah.
Oh my.
After I beat you and satisfy all the Hulkamaniacs, I'm gonna get off by cranking your knob.
Oh, wow.
Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Come on, Craig. Easy now, fuzzy little man Peach.
I've been arrogant, and I apologize.
I am humble in general.
My friends, my family, this extremely thick with 4 C's and Thankful Thursday
deserves.
Give me 2 caps and a Ric Flair. I've got the style and profile like never before. Let me go on record as telling the whole world to be the man. You gotta beat the man. And I'm saying, I got that Ric Flair. Woo! I got that Ric Flair.
Come out, Greg.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
All right.
Get that card out of my face!
Dumbass.
There you go, you legends. You maniacs. I appreciate you all hanging in here till the very, very end. I feel like I got my OGs still here with me. So, folks, we made it to 77,000 likes today over here on TikTok. Goodness gracious, y'all. That is a whole bunch of screen beating. I cannot thank you enough for beating that screen like it owes you back child support money. And we get to do it all over again tonight, my dear friends. Until I see you again, big hugs, firm handshakes all around. Much love and respect. Make it a wonderful Thursday, my friends. I know you will. Bye-bye.